If you do not want to change, if you do not want to better yourself, if you do not want to break outside of this matrix, if you want to live in your comfortable delusion that they have built for you, do not watch these videos. Leave this channel.
Because when I step to the game, I rip that shit apart. My evolution with the Gyarados and magic carpet, and I ain't finished shopping to the whole world is in my cart. When you fucking with me, you choose a role and play your part.
Something that's outside of your own mind and accept others' minds and opinions and the way they think for themselves. You do not belong.
I'm trying as hard as I can against all of the odds.
If you are not trying to be positive, if you are not trying to help create solutions while we discuss the problems and how they got here, you do not belong here. Negativity, hate, disrespect, name calling, those things will not be allowed here on this platform and not in this empire. We are the ones, the true Americans, that want to be free and stand as we have always stood.
My lines burn like blunts getting smoked in the dark. Hella cooking shit up if your ass wanna spar. Barbecue your beef up like the seats in my car. Cool yourself off refrigerator and jar. Baby rappers be not like this is not an art. It's not an art. You forgot about that part. Lady rappers be acting like this is not an art.
Hey, you never know when this shit gonna start. You never know when it's gonna end. You ain't never heard of this shit? Tell a friend. You know we up in this bitch. Man, this shit exclusive, you feel me? So we gotta make sure we turning up every chance we get. Shout out to everybody that did overtime, everybody that went to work today. The world does not go around without you. You are underappreciated, but still do what you do because we need you. All right? Bet that. All right? So let's go ahead and get back to what's really with it. Anybody that understands what today is, we are in a position of humility. It's time to get humble. It's time to understand where the fuck we're going with this shit, all right? So if you have no idea, absolutely no idea what the fuck's going on, go ahead, check out that title. Today is the main question. The main question is at hand. The main topic. The thing that's eating everybody up on the inside. Is America under threat right now? Okay. Is the rest of the world against us? What are we doing here? Right? Or is it just the East versus the West? Because this right here is going to define what happens next. Okay? We're in a position where things are changing. Things are about to shift. Either it's going way left or it's going way right. But there's a middle ground. We could take this middle ground. We're capable of it. Do we deserve this middle ground? That's a different kind of question. You feel me? So what is the East? That's one of the questions, because if it's East versus West, then what does the East? Because if we're Western culture, if we're Western civilization, right? Why don't the East people want Western society? Why do they want to destroy it? You know, why do they want to overthrow our own livelihood? We minding our business until y'all start coming threatening us, messing with us, right? But that's East versus West. Or is this America versus the world? Because if we slowly look around the world, Europe is deteriorating. All of our allies switched up on us. It's literally us and Israel versus fucking everything Islam and whatever other countries want to sprinkle shit on us. And Ukraine is just fucking going through it, right? Is this a thing? Okay, I'm thinking about the West here, right? This is where I live. You know, I have a different kind of culture. I see what they do on the East. I'm not over there. I'm not going there. I wasn't looking to go there. I'm not trying to change that place. Nigga, y'all got it. Keep it. Bye, Felicia. I ain't want, but y'all trying to come over here and take my shit. Oh, hell no. We got to fight, bitch. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, welcome to America. Like, come on, bro. Look, hey, you ever had a welcome to America moment where a motherfucker just put out a sword on your ass? Bro, I'm not fucking around. I will stand 10 toes down on my business, bro. That's the blade, bro. That's real shit. I'm not fucking around. This shit sharp as fuck. You feel me? Look, man, a lot of people, they don't understand. They don't get it. We have a goal here, okay, as Americans, and that is to be left the fuck alone. Nobody wants to be bothered with bullshit 24/7. You feel me? Okay? And that's why we have our private property. So we have somewhere that's ours, away from everything else, safe, where other people are, you know, basically there's a rule outside called no trespassing. Basically, people that don't belong there are not supposed to be there. So that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. And I feel like that's where we need to be. If we're not going to get along, if we're not going to work together, then everybody needs to have their own separate little corner to go mind their business. And this is a part of the West versus the East. If we're not going to have our own little corner and mind our business, what are we really doing? You know what I'm saying? Unless this is America versus the world, because the Western civilization over in Europe is pretty much toast. Like seriously, like pretty much. Um, and they're starting to become more East every day. And now politically, they're starting to switch up on their allies, which would be the other Western countries, aka America, and anybody else that's semi aligned with America. Everybody's flip flopping right now. All right. And I feel like it's not even a feeling. It's more like I'm deducting that religion is at the core of it. Even the absence of religion is at the core of it. So it's like if as long as you don't believe in Jesus, you're on the team. That's where I'm getting with it. That's how I'm feeling about it. You know what I mean? But that could just be, me conflating things, blah, blah, blah. But if we actually break down the rational thinking, um, why is Western society demonized by a lot of the countries of the East? But they want to come here and they want to get all rich under our freedom, under our culture, how we do things. They want to come over here and get rich. And then they want to say, okay, now that I'm rich and successful, I want you to bow down to me like the people do in my country and put you down. That's I don't like that shit. Personally, that's not even cool. It was never cool. Anybody trying to do that needs to get backhanded. You're just a human. Like, that's it, bro. Like, it's time for humbling. All right. As the West, we are the people that have humbled the East many times over. And our humbling factor, what's finally humbling the West here, is the fact that the West is devouring itself and turning on itself. America specifically, we're divided and we're infighting. And the Eastern people have come over here, infiltrated our society, and they've gotten up the ranks and they're pulling strings on y'all. Now, this is what's actually happening. I don't want to admit this shit. I'm not trying to say that our Western society is dumb. We're just not actively thinking. And the Eastern societies, well, they already have a book that actively thought for them, okay? And they're doing this undercover religious, like this is how they infiltrate. They have a plan. It's written, their plan. Allah is the master of deceivers. Like, he is the best of the best. You feel me? Father of lies type shit. So we have to take those things into consideration when we're dealing with this kind of problem. Is it America versus the world? Or is it the East versus the West? Now, this is the problem I'm having, because I'm stuck in the middle. The reason why I'm stuck in the middle is because it feels, it seems, it looks like, it thinks like America is the face of the Western civilization, right? And that's what makes it feel like it's so America versus the world, because none of the other Western civilizations, Western cultures, they're not like us. They're not doing it like us anymore. They started off doing it like us, which is how we even came up with the idea of America, right? So this is the part that's tough. This is the tough part. because we have to actively think through this. I don't see anybody coming up on the panel yet. We'll give it a few more minutes. We'll see what they're if anybody wants to come up as far as the people that knew today was the day. You guys can come up. It's open panel right there. But if you do not know me, then just kick back and watch the show. If you do know me, you can hit the link and come up because you've been vetted already. Otherwise, go ahead, drop your comments, hit that poll right there. That poll is what I'm really trying to figure out. How do we feel or how do we think when we're looking at America versus the world, or is it more in your perception, it's the East versus the West? Because these things are very important when it comes to actually trying to solve the issues that we are having with each other. So if we can't like figure out which is the core issue out of these two issues, or are these issues one and the same? Because like I said, for me, it feels a little bit like, yeah, America's the face of Western civilization, but there's more to the West than just America. America is just what the West has become. You know what I mean? And then if you have those American freedoms in other countries, then they have more of that freedom, right? But yeah, this should be a pretty good episode. I'm going to start pulling some shit up over here because there's plenty of fucking evidence to go over. Yeah, this is gonna be a good episode. Hopefully we get some mines over here so we can dig a little deeper. But it's all good. If nobody comes up, you know me. I'll just keep you guys entertained for a little while before we roll over to Ert's game show. All right. Yeah, I don't mind popping up to people's stuff. I don't mind. That's kind of just how I am, I mean, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be the homie, But I'll also make you think about shit, even when you don't want to think about shit. So yeah, I apologize for driving y'all crazy. It is what it is. Yo, what's up, Mariah? What's up? Shout out to Mariah. She gives me hell, but she might be an angel. I don't know yet. And then, yo, what up, Chris in the building? Yo, hit the panel, G, hit the panel. Hell yeah. You already know. This is a good question right now, because I'm trying to figure out what the main problem is. Is it the East versus the West? Okay. Or is it America versus the world? This is where I'm at right now, because once we can get to the root of this problem, we'll be able to, you know how you have a shifter and you're like, straining all the bullshit. You can get all the bullshit out and get all the, you know what I mean? Separate. We got to be able to separate. What up, Unique? Yo, shout out. But go ahead, hit that poll. Let me know what you guys are thinking as far as, is the main problem the world versus America specifically? Or is it the East and their lifestyle versus the West? China, Russia, Iran, the Islam shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is where I'm at, because I know we're having this whole war. I know we did the plan to try to stop the war and to help everything, but the shit is not adding up. Why do we want to keep this fighting going? Why is it so important that America or our Western society fall? Why is that the mission? It's like you're claiming to go to war on us. You know what I mean? But I'm just supposed to be okay with that and be like, all right, well, since I'm not going to hurt you, I'm just going to assume you're not going to hurt me. Is that how we really want to do this? So, damn, man, that's where all the hypocrisy is coming from. And I can't quite figure out
if our allies really have our backs. When it was time to go to war, who showed up? Israel showed up. Who else showed up? That's a really good question, because that shows you how many homies you got out there. So is it the world versus America? It doesn't seem like we have any allies. When did they show up? Where are they at? And then what? We got our own infighting happening, so we're divided. So that sucks a little bit. How can we work together if we don't? You know what I mean? We have to have that thought. It's a heavy burden. It's a heavy burden. Trying to be so forgiving and trying to be so welcoming and so nice and so giving and generous. We get welfare, taxes, all this shit just to get stabbed in the back. That's crazy work. I mean, America, are we watching our own back? Do we have our own back? Yo, Chris in the building. What up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nah, I'm trying to figure out, like, is it America versus the world, or is it East versus West as far as culture?
Well,
we got to get to the root of the problem so we can figure out how to solve it, right?
Yeah, there's several problems. One is the Islam problem. It's kind of like our own rules are biting us in the ass now. Freedom of religion. Okay, all right, fine. We'll accept Muslims. We'll accept Islam, but we're not going to accept that shit because it goes against our laws, our culture, and everything. Goes against totally all of Western culture. We don't throw people off fucking buildings because of sexual orientation and shit. So
not anymore.
We're
back counting. I'm done. You know, we had our moments. We weren't the nicest.
Yeah,
like you can get away with shit now.
That the whole Queers for Palestine movement just cracks me the fuck up. It really does.
Wow.
But
he wrapped it up. Go in.
So
this is a safe place. I don't care for being monetized. Go for it.
Yeah, you got all these fucking states that are starting to put bans on Sharia law. Everybody's screaming fucking freedom of religion. Okay, I don't see where Sharia law is. It's Sharia law, not Sharia religion.
Exactly.
Okay. And they're putting up all these fucking communities like the one outside of Dallas. They're wanting to put one in Irving now. And, it goes against the housing rights. You can't sit there and start a community and, hey, you white people or you black people are not allowed here. You cannot do that.
That's illegal.
They're doing it. It is illegal.
So if they said, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter what color you are. You're Muslim, right? Oh, come on in."
Yeah.
That's illegal too, right?
Yeah. And there are so many videos out there where they're out there yelling death to America. Well, they got the right to do that. No, we have to make a fucking stand at some point and say enough is enough.
Thank you. And that's where I'm at. I'm not saying we need to go out and hurt people. I never said that. People would try to put that in our mouth, wouldn't they? They gonna try to, you want to hurt people? No, bro, look, we want to defend ourselves. What is defense? Does that say offend? No. What is defense?
No. Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris. What is defense, bro? Tell them what defense is.
Defense? We got the right to fucking not put up with their shit. They come at us. We got the right to defend ourselves. And This is basically, this is like an invasion. We have every right to defend ourselves. The government's not doing it. Which is another problem.
And they're supposed to work for us, isn't it?
Yes. Now you got the Democratic Party. They've lost their party to the DSA, Democratic Socialists. And you saw where they put out their
they're trying to get back. Did you see that? Bill Murray standing up.
Man, yeah. But you saw where they put out their platform the other day. The shit that they're wanting, they're going to have to fucking destroy the Constitution to do it. No more president, no vice president, no Senate, no Supreme Court, no prisons. Okay, what are you going to do?
No,
that's what I want to know. What are you going to do with all these fuckers that break the law?
So You're basically saying, okay, well, we're not going to whoop kids. We're not going to put them in timeout. We're just going to let them run amok and give them everything. So we're just going to spoil children that want to destroy us. How do you run a house like that?
No. And they all run on the same thing. You know, power to the people. People are so oppressed and shit. No, they're not. Most of them ain't. There's some that are.
Now,
But,
I'll give them this. I will concede to corporate greed and over extraction is destroying our economy. Now, if we put a cap on extraction, that'll change things a little bit. But other than that, I mean, capitalism, well, it is capitalism, but there's no cap in capitalism. That would be suicidal extraction, right? So we have to put a cap in capitalism so we can understand what good business is.
That would be okay. But sitting there taking their shit, their money away from them, no,
And then trying
that's
to
not right.
redistribute it. No, that's not right.
Yeah.
But if you said, okay, you can't liquidate all of this equity out of a company every year. You can't liquidate it just to liquidate it. You have to have a reason for liquidating. Okay, but up to 25%, you could take that as a paycheck, your executive paycheck. The rest of that, you didn't make all that money. You got people working for you.
Yeah. But at the same time, they also have investors that they have to pay back.
Exactly. That's why I gave them that 25% up front before taxes as a write-off for the corporation. But the other 75% that's inside, it gets taxed. Now it takes care of all the taxes across the board, all the leftover money that's in there, anything that you don't use, it rolls over to the next year.
Yeah.
As long as you're paying that $25 an hour minimum, and you know you can have better equipment, better R&D.
And there is hardly nobody making minimum wage.
Exactly.
So
they made minimum wage so low that you couldn't give them minimum wage.
Yeah. And whether you like him or not, I like Ben Shapiro's take on the whole thing. He says, basically, I have a company making pencils, and you're operating this high-dollar machine, and the machine breaks. Since you're wanting the socialism, you're wanting all this money and shit that you think you're owed, that machine breaks. Whose responsibility is to fucking fix it? It's the fucking owner of the company that's got to do that.
Yo, what up,
something goes wrong. He's got to pay all these attorneys. He's got to file for bankruptcy. You can go find a job somewhere else, which is another thing. If you're so oppressed at your job, no insurance, no this, no that, go work somewhere else for fuck's sake. It's not hard, you know?
Exactly. And here's another thing, though. See, this is one of the things I was thinking about, and I was running the simulations and shit. I ended up getting like perplexity. I was gonna do the computer version, right? So I could actually have it fucking do the crazy cool shit. But I don't want it all up in my GID, you know? I don't want it all up in my shit downloading everything. That's a bother. Oh man. That's funny. I don't even think they're in the chat no more, but it's all good. I ain't worried about it. This conversation still needs to be had.
Yeah.
It's on the record. What you got?
You got this whole red-green thing, though, where Islam is going to use this to their advantage. I can't remember the exact name of it.
It's like a jihad or a secret jihad or some shit. They got a bunch of different words for how they sneak around, and they're allowed to lie.
Yes. We're peaceful. No.
Oh, and the Bible talks about the devil, right, being an angel of light, the deceiver, the father of lies, and guess what? Allah is the greatest of deceivers.
Okay, it's the Red-Green Alliance. It's a term used to describe a coalition between social democrats or democratic socialists and green politicians or environmentalists. Okay, that might not be the one I'm looking for.
Take your time.
Yeah, it might not be it. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I will show you. Let me find it real quick. This was one of Mamdini's cohorts that has something to do with something to do with the housing. In
dude, yeah, all the.
Did you hear what Did you hear what he said about the guillotine?
No, I didn't. You gotta pull that shit up. Oh, you gotta pull that.
It's coming up. Here we go. I can't believe shit like this. All right, share screen.
Here, Here, I'll put the comments right there at the bottom so y'all can see.
All right,
y'all.
there you go. It's up and ready.
All right, here we go.
I like this town right here.
Make sure you pause it whenever you want to point something out.
Yeah.
All right, pause this real quick, guys. We'll read this shit.
Yeah.
All right, New York City, DSA, right? What's this chick's name?
It's a dude. Well, might be a dude. Might be a dude. I don't know anymore.
Bro, that
I don't
name
know what
is
his
wild,
pronouns
right?
are, and I don't care what his pronouns are. Nicholas Vargas threatens to guillotine lawmakers if they don't pass legislation abolishing rent and resurface video. One thing is they want everything handed to them. You know, I've been to New York. Hey, it's your damn fault for living there. It's expensive. All right.
I was there for a year. I ran.
Yeah.
And we see this working in, legislative policy bullshit or, it's necessary, workers in the streets withholding their labor and their rent, that's what's really getting these demands, met and passed, the numbers, of people signing on to it because we have a large enough constituency in these tenant unions to actually, force with leverage that, if they don't kind of pass or push, these legislations that will, kick them out or throw them out in the street and guillotine them. And then these
one more time for
will,
the people in the back,
kick them out or throw them out in the street and guillotine them. And then we need those kind of strong numbers in that constituency, but also that socialist way of life and that ability and that militancy to be ready to withhold your rent and withhold your labor with your neighbors, in order to get these, hard fought legislative stuff or even rent strikes to get enacted and to get pushed. That's how we got the eviction moratorium and how we got the extensions. That's how we got right to counsel in the 2019 tenant laws.
There you go. Guillotine people. What the fuck?
And that's why they want to take our guns away. They can't fuck with us as long as we got guns. I promise you.
I'll give it to them one bullet at a time. I ain't fucking around.
Fuck with us as long as we got guns. And that's what scares people about America. The whole point of trying to invade here is so hard. You have to do a peaceful invasion.
Good luck with Compton.
Then after you got enough people, when it's like one versus one, right? Then you got a more fair fight, and now you got your legal arms, and you can arm your people up here in America, and now you have a war. And I believe that's what's happening. And once they get their people armed, they're going to take our guns.
Yeah. And what says now they've attached themselves like leashes to the Democratic Party. Now they're running against Democrats, and they're winning. Democrats are starting to lose seats to these idiots.
Yeah, because the Democrats didn't care about the little people that are voting now. That's their problem.
And
the shit's rolling downhill.
Stuff
flashing in their face. Oh man, it's
crazy. I mean, what did USSR? What was the definition of USSR? USSR, which was Russia.
Like United Soviet something.
Yeah, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic or something. But yeah,
they always want to try to throw some republic behind some shit. Democratic.
Yeah, well, it's
Republic,
always socialist or workers.
Man.
Let me ask you this. I gotta pull this up. I don't want to get this wrong, and I'm the one that made the damn meme for it. God. What did Nazi stand for? National Socialist German Workers Party. Pretty much the same damn thing. Now, I'm pretty sure when you get down to the basics, there might be some differences here and there, but they're the same damn thing.
Yeah. Damn. Shit froze on me. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So this shit, which one was it? Hold on. So I'm looking for it right now. I pulled some of this other shit. I had a couple links. Actually, I wanted to check this. Hold on. Warning of There. Hold on. It might be the Ben Shapiro shit. It might be this Ben Shapiro shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Ben Shapiro, he does the job. I like the job he does.
Yeah.
He does a good job. Oh shit. Go ahead. If you have anything else you want to pull up.
No.
hell
Go
yeah.
right on ahead, man. I'm in cruise control now.
There's a reason on me. They really don't want me to be up in my shit for real today. Yeah. All right. So I'll try it like this.
But can you imagine if they got their wishes, though? They got rid of the Senate and Congress runs everything. These idiots can't agree on anything. So you got Congress will be running shit. I mean, that's like a prelude to the fucking Hunger Games, pretty much. That's how that shit started. They want all this free stuff, but what they don't realize is there's going to be a price for it, and the government's going to be running every bit of it.
Everything,
not the people.
And then as soon as you vote for it, you can't unvote for it.
Right? It's going to turn into a fucking dictatorship.
And I don't think they're thinking about it that way.
No.
I don't think they're
they are. They actually are. They know what they're doing.
I'm talking about the people that are voting for it are not thinking about it that way. They think they could just vote out of it later. But no, because once they're in power, they can change all the rules of voting.
Right.
And now
same with Islam.
All right. So Baba's socialists are fucking evil. Look what happened to the. Wait, how do you say that? Hemeros.
I don't know how to pronounce that, but he's right there. Soviets, Cuba. The only people that benefit from socialism is the people in charge, the government.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to take the power from the people and say, "Oh, we're a collective now." But see, being a collective,
no more personal property.
Yeah, you got to have a queen or a king. You own nothing and you do what you're told, just like an ant hill, right? We're all ants now. Yeah. Equal. And if you're not a warrior ant, which can destroy other ants, you know, you're just a bitch, right?
they get control. They're not going to give it up.
Mm-hmm. Damn. And that's the scary part about all of this. And I don't think.
Yeah, which they like to blame us for it.
Yeah, man. I don't think any of them are really thinking about this shit.
Oh, I think they are, though. But yeah, as time goes by and us Gen Xers part from this world, it's just going to get worse.
Okay, let me see. I think maybe we can try. Maybe we could try the Pierce Morgan.
Okay.
Let me see if this shit pops up. My shit being a little weird.
Yeah. So what pissed me off about people in the No Kings rallies, the RCP was a sponsor. They're not trying to get voted in. They actually want a revolution. So.
Yeah. I mean, but who doesn't want change from what has been? I think everybody wants change from what has been. And that's okay. It's not like that's a bad thing because we need change. It's not a bad thing. We grow every day. We're changing constantly. It's not like this right here. This was wild. This shit was wild.
Are you and your supporters ethnically cleansing the West Bank?
We want. Now, this lady is an Israeli, right?
Okay.
You feel me? And Piers Morgan and a lot of these people are like really trying to demonize Israel, but they're not pushing back on Islam at all.
Right.
I find that hypocritical on a very high scale.
I don't get it. They attacked Israel in October and people are it's okay. What has Hamas did for the Palestinians? Not a damn thing. They elected these idiot fucking terrorists to be in charge. What they do? They dug tunnels. Did they do anything to help their their structure? Did they try to build power plants or water plants or anything? No, they dug tunnels underground to prepare for all this shit.
And we still have tunnels that lead from Mexico.
Oh yeah.
All the way. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're starting to air them out. I actually had a little video on that a while back. I don't touch every single video, but I save them all just in case I want to go back, you know? But this one was interesting because it was like Pierce was trying to put her in a corner, but she basically told him, like, look, man, how you're trying to put this is real bad, G. It's bad faith, Pierce.
Want the Jewish state to be for Jews.
From Daniela Weiss at one end of the spectrum to Benny Morris at the other end of the spectrum. The expulsion of the population in the West Bank and in Gaza is deeply rooted in Zionist ideology.
It sounds like a self-hating Jew, Norman Finkelstein.
That's something that I want to poke at. You say Zionist ideology, but what about Islamic ideology? Because you know how when we're talking about Islam, they always want to say, but what about Israeli? So I'm going to keep doing that shit too.
Yeah, I don't get where all this hatred for Israel has come from. It's just
the Bible.
Obama.
Well, yeah, we got to think about the Bible because Israel's all up and in there.
Yeah.
Right?
This little tiny spot of sand on the map. All these big countries around it have all had their asses kicked at one point or another by Israel. Some of them together, they still got their asses kicked. Israel hasn't won every war, but they really fucked some people up out there.
Yeah, hey, Israel got obliterated a couple of times, and their people got snatched up and hoed out and slaved around. It's been a thing.
Just recently. They want to scream fucking genocide. If they would just gave up the hostages, none of that shit would have happened.
They're screaming genocide while they're committing genocide.
Exactly.
The hypocrisy is so great. And it's just like, are the people seeing this, or is it that they just
are they blind? Are they stupid?
There we go. I didn't want to say it.
Retarded. I said it. I meant it.
Oh, damn.
Strike me down, YouTube AI overlords. I don't care.
Oh, shit. I'm not even going to lie, man. YouTube came after me. They removed my whole channel over that fucking Stewardship Act. Over that Stewardship Act I wrote. Yeah, bro. That's how bad they do.
I got hit for false information because I did a deal on YouTube Kids. You don't want to know what's over there. If you love your kids, you got kids, you love them. Keep an eye on what they do on electronic devices because shit's everywhere, including YouTube Kids.
Ain't that the truth? That is the truth.
Yeah, I did a deep dive on it and it pissed them off. All right.
We're going to cut to her part. Look at her. She ready. She's like, hey.
Life. But one life is worth the same as another.
I feel like she's going to curse us.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the full sentence or the full question. Could you please ask it again?
Would you say, therefore, that one Jewish life is worth the same as one Palestinian life?
Now, let's go back a little bit.
One life is worth life. One life Palestinians. Now, when a top Israeli lawyer says on camera to the BBC that one Jewish life is worth 10 million Palestinian lives and says that he knows it's racist to say that, it feels pretty outrageous to the rest of us watching.
Wait, isn't there a such thing as free speech? Because I've heard some people say death to America.
Yeah, but look what's happening over in Europe. People getting hauled off to jail for saying shit and posting shit on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah,
it's happening.
And they're trying to make it happen here. And this is what I was saying. And the first thing that I saw was that one lady with her kid and that whole incident. She said the N-word, and she didn't get in trouble for saying the N-word. She got in trouble for disturbing the peace. So anybody that tries to talk shit to me from now on, I'm going to call the cops and be like, hey, he's disturbing my peace.
if that's what we doing now, watch your mouth, right? If that's what we doing now, then shit, we doing it all the way around. That goes for the people at the top. Because I'm coming after y'all too. Oh, you said this.
Man, it's like they need to start teaching some kind of civics class or something in high school. 'Cause I don't know. People are so delusional. Oh, freedom of speech. I can say whatever the hell I want. No, you cannot.
Well, hold on.
It's got its limits.
They're saying I can say whatever the hell I want with no consequence. Now that is stupid. You can say what
I
you
have
want.
the right to protest. I got the right to fire you for not showing up to work. You can't do defamation, child pornography, pornography.
Hey, I'm not monetized. I don't care. I don't care to be monetized. It doesn't matter. And my shit's 18 and older.
There's defamation. So. You can't make death threats, and there's a couple other things on there that you can't do. Like going on an airplane yelling bomb or something. That's just
you can't be in a freaking theater and screaming fire and stuff.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because that inciting that panic is illegal, because that could get riots started, that could get people hurt. It could
get trampled on
society. Yeah. Dang. People could get ran over. There's some big motherfuckers out there. You get stepped on by a fat or that hurt.
Yeah, well, you get if it's a crowd of people, you go down, man. There's a lot of people are gonna just stomp on you. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be good.
They're scared for their life, and they're not worried about yours.
Right.
Now let's see how Pierce tries to back her into this corner.
I feel like we're gonna get cursed by her. She's gonna be like thinner or something. I don't know.
Were you outraged by what he said, or did you agree with him?
It's an expression that I did not use, so you should ask him about it. And I am responsible for my expressions. So this.
Ooh, she cooking him. Look. He said what he wanted to say, but why you trying to make me look bad? You know what I'm saying? I fuck with her.
This is not the kind of sentence that I would use.
Would you say that a Jewish life is worth exactly the same as a Palestinian life? That one life is worth the same as another?
I'm sorry, I didn't get...
He was like, what?
Really? Do I need to spell it out for you? Do I need to draw a picture? Where's my crayons at?
She don't want to say yes, but she don't want to say no.
Right?
The full sentence or the full question. Could you please ask it again?
Would you say, therefore, that one Jewish life is worth the same as one Palestinian life?
It's not, I just said it, but I'm ready to say it again.
Look at her. She's like,
do you think...
Are you sure you want the answer?
One Jewish life... Never mind. You're just wasting your time, Pierce. Moving on.
Funny, man, right?
I know that according to my religion, human beings were created. The human being... The first Adam was created by God, and all human beings were the result of this creation. So why do you bring me into this channel of comparing one to the other?
We're just asking your opinion.
Like, look, everybody came from Adam. Do you think everybody's equal at that point? That's the question, because she's trying to put religion out of it.
Yeah.
Very hard. And Pierce is like, no, 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 no.
I respect people of other nations, people of other religions. The only situation where things clash is when other religions, people of other religions or other nations clash with us, with Israel or with Jews. I don't see us attacking others or clashing with others unless they start. And I think it's a well-known thing. So I don't know what corner.
She's like, bruh, we're going to defend ourselves. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Real shit. Welcome to America. Sorry, Pierce. Your country sucks. That's why we broke away.
Yeah, I love seeing those videos where their bobbies or their police show up at somebody's house to arrest them or something. It's like they're being all nice and polite about it.
Look at
Smack.
him.
Just shut up. Get out of here.
No. And then Pierce is looking mad.
We
like,
need to talk to you about your Facebook post. Smack. Get the fuck out of here.
oh man, Pierce's face is so fucking priceless. He is like, look, bitch, just say what I want you to say.
You are in now. I really don't understand.
Well, no, I don't. Sorry, just to be clear,
the Jewish religion.
Just to be right, but just to be clear, somebody else that follows your religion, Yehuda Shimon, who's a lawyer with a big organization that represents Israelis arrested for violence against Palestinians, he is the one that said a Jewish life is worth 10 million Palestinian lives. I think it's interesting and notable that you don't agree with him, but I'm just asking you in the context of what he said.
I don't know about it. I don't know the person. And
right.
if you want to dwell on this, it's your decision. I have so many things
I'm going to come.
Just want an answer.
No. I'm going to come to other issues. I guarantee you. This is not why we got you on the program, but it is a story that's happened in the last few days. It has caused a lot of outrage. I think it's notable that you don't agree with what he said, but I just want to be quite clear.
No, I don't.
Because you seem to want to give.
Don't agree.
But just to be. No, but am I right in concluding?
Boom. Now he's trying to throw some extra shit. She already said she doesn't agree with what he said. Now he's like, I want you to say everybody's life is equal. Because if that's on the record, then he can use that later.
Yeah, she ain't doing it though.
She is just like, bruh, get off me. I know the feeling. Look at her. She's just like, all right, nigga.
That you believe a Jewish life is worth the same as a Palestinian life, and a Palestinian life is worth the same as a Jewish life. Do you agree with that statement?
I tried to listen to the previous item of your program. It was about men and women. So like what you're asking now about Jews and other people, it reminds me like comparing between a man and a woman. Each individual has his characteristics, his nature. And what is the point of this comparison? I'm a woman.
I don't understand why you can't just give me a straight answer.
I am, and you're proud of what you are. A Jew is proud to be a Jew, and a Muslim is proud to be a Muslim. So what's this comparison?
I understand.
And especially,
well, let me help you.
I explained to you that I didn't know about it.
Let me help you.
So
Let me help you. Let me help you understand. Let me help you understand because you're clearly struggling with this. I think my life is worth the same as your life, and your life is worth the same as mine. I'm a Catholic, an Irish Catholic.
Right.
You are an Israeli Jew. All right. I think we're both worth exactly the same. I've asked you twice, and I'll only ask you one more time. But would you agree that a Jewish life is worth the same as a Palestinian life?
No.
Yes or no?
Nobody else over there does.
I know.
When that shit happened, nobody would take Palestinians in. They were like, no. You're staying over there. You ain't coming across our border.
Why wouldn't their Islamic countries take them? Don't they have a back door? Like, you got people, right?
They had tunnels. That's all I know.
Cause look at her. She's like, look, man, this is my favorite.
Answers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yes or no.
It's a very simple question.
But I think that it is like a question, like a question that refers to differences between sexes. What is more, woman or man? Say yes. Oh, no,
well, it's not though, is it? It's not though.
One clear
it's
answer.
Not because
I don't want to give
Daniela,
a positive.
Daniela Weiss, it's
answer.
not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same because you're a woman and I'm a man, but I think we're both worth exactly the same, right? A man is worth the same as a woman is worth the same as a man. So I'm just...
You know, I would love for Pierce to ask this shit to a Houthi or a Hamasi or some other... And I bet you he could say, no, your life is not worth mine. You are infidel. Like, what?
Right?
Type shit. And
That's
she's basically trying not to say that both lives are equal, because what is Islam going to do? They're going to come out and say, you're not equal to us. And it puts her in a position where he said that they're equal, and now they're coming after her for it.
Yeah, the way things are moving with Islam, though, this stuff, they don't give a shit, man. They're getting anchored in over in Europe and all these other countries, and they're getting anchored in over here. So,
man, and once they get in, they don't get out. It spreads. It's like roaches. I don't want to say it like that, but it's the truth. You get one, you know.
We're going to have to stoop to some shit that 56 others did back in 1776 when they signed their death warrant, otherwise known as the Declaration of Independence. We're going to have to do some fucked up shit. I got a bad feeling.
Hey, man, I'm right there with you because look at her face. She's like, this is getting bad. Look at her. This is getting bad, Pierce. And Pierce is like, oh yeah, it's gonna get a lot worse.
I wish it was that one that movie Munich about that whole German and the Olympics and shit. They had that female prime minister over there. I can't remember what her name was, but she was a bitch and a cunt. And she sent those people to go even the score out, and they were fuck with Israel. They're gonna get you. They got all the time in the world. They will get you. They're not gonna put up with this shit.
Hey, I gotta give Israel props. They a tiny little shit, but they built that shit ready to go.
Yeah,
I'll give them that. I don't know where they getting all their munitions from.
Everybody's like, oh, it's the U.S. No, it's not. They have a very unique economy over there. They got an aerospace program.
Yeah.
They're
ready to launch sky lasers. Yep. I heard
and what I like is they have something we don't have anymore, and that's patriotism. When that shit happened, you had Israelis that lived all over the world. Bucket, all right, pack it up. We're heading home. They don't fuck around. That's something we don't have patriotism hardly anymore.
How many
here.
people is in fucking Israel? That's a good question.
Oh, quite a bit actually. But
we'll look that up in a minute.
Let me see. I'll look it up.
Let's hear what this girl's talking.
Struggling to understand why you can't just say a Jewish life is worth the same as a.
Why are you struggling, Pierce?
Palestinian life. Would you agree with that?
I think that all human beings. I know
you've said that several times.
The point is, what
over 10 million?
10
over
million?
10 million. Yeah.
Okay. She answered his question, but it's not the way he wanted. That's why he's continuing with this.
Yeah.
And this is what people do on a lot of the panels, and that's why I can't fuck with a lot of panels.
Yeah.
If I end up on Pierce Morgan someday, I'm gonna shut this nigga down. We know that. I'd be like, Pierce, stop playing with me, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not black. I didn't call you black. I called you nigga. Oh, fucking Pierce. That's going to be a good day.
The point is why you came to this point, why you're asking me this question. It's on the basis
you know why?
of some clash.
I just told you why.
So,
Daniela Weiss, I told you why. Because a senior Israeli lawyer says that a Jewish life is worth 10 million.
She just said it's based off of a clash, bro. And this is the clash you're talking about, Pierce?
Palestinian lives. I told you why. I don't understand why you can't.
I do not
you keep talking about gender and everything else. I'm like, look, it's a very simple question. Do you think a Jewish life is worth the same as a Palestinian life? Yes or no? You either do or you don't.
No.
I think that all human beings were created by God.
I know you do. You've said that many times.
Itself shows
even
that all human
ones.
beings are the same.
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
You know what I just said, but yeah.
No, Pierce is stupid, right?
Yeah.
He's not taking the answer. She said all lives were created by God. Period. So they're all equal.
Even the fucked up lives.
Exactly. And Pierce does not want to accept it. He wants to hear it exactly the way he said it. And that right there, that's power. That's entitlement. That's bullshit. And that's why I wanted to point this shit out. This is our problem right here. Yes. When somebody's being genuine, they said, hey, look, everybody was created by God, so everybody's the same. She said that.
Yeah.
But you don't want to take it. Pierce don't want to take it for what she said. And that's what's making this whole situation very awkward. Look at her. She's like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So is a Jewish life worth the same as a Palestinian life? Yes or no?
You said you was only going to ask one more time 3 times ago, bruh. You see this shit? I'm sick of you, Pierce.
No, you will ask the same question, and I will give the same answer.
Why don't you want to say yes or no?
Chaviv, in Hebrew we say, Chaviv Adam shenivra b'tzelem. The nature of our flesh and blood, the nature of this creation is that it is God's creation. Why do you want me to extend on this? Because of clashes?
Ooh, cook, baby girl, cook. She cooking his ass right now. Ain't nobody see this though.
Right?
Pierce is looking dumb.
Yeah.
Just want you to answer a simple question. But look, I tried three.
She answered the simple question and you tried 13 times. I believe that was the count. Oh, Pierce, you're killing me, man.
With respect, I've asked you 3 times a very simple question. You choose not to answer. That's your prerogative. You don't have to, but viewers can make their own minds up. Let's turn to what's happening on the West Bank. Amnesty International has accused Israel of orchestrating a campaign of ethnic cleansing against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. That's in a report published in June. It claimed the forced displacement was a result of deliberate state policy rather than actions of individual settlers. Are you and your supporters ethnically cleansing?
Hey, you could pop up on the panel, bro. This shit right now it's getting
come on up here.
Mariah up and back, and then Baba kind of slid out the back door on you. You're a little bit late. Don't worry, we finna go to Ertz. We finna go to the game show after this right now. It's only another we're on for almost so it's another like 30 minutes, and then we'll probably go over there, something like that. We're just going over some shit. We're having this conversation because and this is the main question, is it America versus the world, or is it the East versus the West? It's a very important question because if it's the East versus the West, we need to get with our allies. If it's America versus the world, we need to build home up real quick so we could whip their ass. All Western regions are Saturn worship, us melanin being have God with us. Well, Jesus' name was Emmanuel, God with us, So that's a thing. That's the thing. He was darker than the normal person. He's a little dark. Russia, all right? Putin was like, Jesus is black. So there's that. Y'all remember that shit? That shit went viral, bro.
Who cares what color he is?
Exactly. Let's see what
Palestinians from the West Bank.
The thing that I do, and people from my movement, Nakhala, and the activists and the settlers all over, what we do, we establish communities, many communities on government property, which is on millions of dunams. And I can say with much satisfaction that in last 2 years, more than 100 new communities were established over Judea and Samaria. You call it occupied or West Bank. It's the birthplace of my nation, of our nation. I am so proud to sit here and to say in your program that I'm so happy that after the terrible massacre of the 7th of October and going so down in our history, we overcame and we really managed to create a situation in Judea and Samaria that the Oslo Accords are over and Palestinian state is over. And this is really what preoccupies my mind, and not who is better and who is a Jew and who is not a Jew. What this is my mind is that the Jewish nation fulfills its vision in the heart of our homeland. This is where I am. And you know me already. It's not the first time that we exchange thoughts and questions and answers. This is my one preoccupation, to fulfill the word of God that he said to Abraham, come, go on a high hill, see the land, walk through the land, and build the land. And this is what I do. All the other things are...
No, I understand. The problem is you're seizing and taking land, which, the trouble is you're seizing and taking properties that belong to Palestinians. The United Nations...
I'm sorry, that was funny. I was trying to hold it in. Pierce is hilarious, bro. Yeah. This guy's funny. And like, I don't have
Yep.
all the details on Palestine, man, but I don't think that's a place.
Yeah. You
I don't
think?
think that's a place. You could call a group of people anything. I mean, like dishwashers. It does, but I don't think dishwasher land is a place. Oh shit, Pierce, you're killing.
Nations data indicates
no.
that more than
No, it's
100
our
West
land.
Bank. Let me
You
finish my
know-
point. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. The UN
Sure.
data indicates
Yeah,
that more
sure.
than 100 West Bank villages were fully or partially emptied between January 2023 and April 2026. Last week, the UN's Human Rights Office warned that violence in the West Bank is worsening. As of 20th of July, 18 Palestinians have died this year in attacks involving settlers. There were 190 attacks per month in the first 4 months of this year. If that trend continues, then it will lead to more than 2,000 attacks by the end of the year. The number of settler attacks has increased each year since 2023, following October the 7th, rising to 1,835 last year. So it's very clear what's been going on, and that is that Israeli settlers have been rampaging around the West Bank, taking property that is occupied by Palestinians. And that is a crime, as you know. It is illegal, and it is condemned by most of the rest of the world. So my question again to you is your intention to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from the West Bank? If, as you say,
Bro, like who's gonna say, yeah?
Here's the deal, though. Like I said, there's 10.2 something million there. By 2050, they're expecting it to be around 15 to 17 million. Just like everywhere else, they're growing.
Having a
You
bunch
know,
of
all those
babies,
countries around there is not going to want to give up any land. You know, some's going to have to start giving somewhere for them. They
I
can't
mean-
keep them all just packed in there like that.
unless you're gonna, yeah. I mean, it's like New York, right? How many
Right.
people can New York handle before it explodes?
Right.
And then that's what their hope in America is, their second safe haven, but it's being attacked by the East.
Exactly.
And this is the hard part.
I'm
because it's
sorry.
like,
The people who fought for our freedom did not fight for that shit. I don't care what anybody says. They did not fight for some country come in and take over like this.
this is ridiculous.
Yes.
And it's sad too on so many different levels, because it's like, if this area is where after World War II you guys said, hey, y'all going over here, right? That
Right.
wasn't Israel that did that. That was the world government that did that.
Yeah,
so take it up to the
Britain had a
United
big hand
Nations.
in it.
fucks.
Yeah.
Like, what? And then here's
Yeah.
the funny part, and this is the part that makes me sad, which is why I keep wondering, is it America versus the world? Because Israel, everybody keeps putting Israel on us like that's a part of us. Little Satan, big Satan, we're all grouped in. So if they're American, right, and we're American,
Right.
is it America versus the world? Or is it the East versus the West? But I don't think it's the East versus the West, because guess what?
No.
Israel is the Middle East. They are East. Their whole
Yeah.
fucking culture is East.
Right. Well, man, I got to get out of here. I want to leave. I want to show you something else before I go. A little bit of a palate cleanser, if you don't mind. You remember the garbage pail kids cards back in the day?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I made a bunch of them for the Democrats. There's your Scott Wiener, who recently went to the LGBT Pride Parade, and the Palestinian people stopped him and was harassing him about that. Well, here's one for their Democrat Party. Ignorant donkey.
Now, here's the funny part about the whole like
Yeah.
Republican and Democrat. You remember how they had the elephant and the donkey?
Yeah.
And
Your
the
mascot's a
elephant-
jackass, okay?
I know, right? If you vote for
Right.
Democrats, you're a jackass. If you vote for the Republicans, that is where your history and heritage is. Because the thing
Yeah.
is, there is a section of people that came over here to help preserve the natural heritage that was here, and
Yeah.
they blended in with that. And I believe that's where all of the mixed culture, this Black culture, this freedom, and all these other things come from that. Everybody being equal, it comes from that side of it. The other side is we're here, we're queer, and we're coming for your children. I'm done. Let me stop.
All right, well, there's a protester. There's Al Green, the congressman that can barely open his eyes, loves bringing the race card. Again, Antifa. Oh, that's that one congresswoman with the bald head. I can't remember her name. Ayanna something. Race card. Liz Cheney. We got Hakeem Jeffries here. Sarah McBride, the Transformer, if you know what I mean.
Uh-oh.
Tampon Tim.
Oh, wow.
The guy that led the people into that church, William Kelly, that's his name right there. Terrorizing that church, calling them all Nazis and shit. That's him.
That's crazy.
You already know who that is.
Oh, wow.
I kind of messed up the balls on her chin, but anyway.
That means a bitch.
Baba.
I'm just playing.
Big Mike's in the hizzy.
Uh-oh.
The Congress guy from Tennessee that was throwing a temper tantrum. That old lady with the purple hair, Rosa De La Rosa, I believe.
Uh-oh.
The governor of Illinois. And Karen Bass, mayor of Los Angeles. The from MSNBC or whatever, Rachel Maddow. I got two of her. Maxine Waters.
What?
Pocahontas.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Slick Willie in that blue. I put him in that blue dress because the whole Epstein portrait. That was freaky weird. Who in the hell has that hanging in their room?
I know.
There's Hillary. Zohan Slobmani.
Uh-oh.
And I can't pronounce her name. I don't even want to try to pronounce her name.
Yeah, it's a pretty jacked up name.
That's not a good one for Bernie Sanders. I got a better one coming up. AOC. Cackling Kamala.
Uh-oh.
Nancy Pelosi. I love that one, man. She looks psychotic as hell.
Wow.
Chuck Schumer. Adam Schiff. Jasmine Crockett. Oh,
yeah,
God,
I
I can't
remember
stand her.
Yeah,
I'm glad she's gone.
Off, bro. She was just
another
a little
one.
off.
Yeah, Mamdini again. Gavin Newsom.
Man, not Newscom.
Sleepy Joey and his Depends.
Yeah.
Another one of Cackle Kamala. We got another one, Nancy Pelosi. Another one of AOC. Ayanna Presley. Rashida Tlaib. God, I cannot stand her.
Uh-oh.
Ilhan Omar. There's a good one of Bernie. God, that's a good one. I love that one.
Yeah, that looks like him for sure.
Yeah. Alexandria again. Another one, Nancy. That's a good one to Joe.
Oh, wow.
Maxine Waters again.
These are all the Emmys or what?
Yes. The mayor of Chicago. Yeah, Brandon Johnson. That's him. And that is it.
And you're still getting your collection together.
I think I got most of them. Well, we got midterms coming up.
There's
so
some new
we'll
ones
see.
because you gotta think about the ones that are in the DSA that are that just gotten elected.
Oh, thank God we got rid of that one Democrat, the one that had the weird hair.
Uh-oh.
I think he's some kind of Indian or something, Muslim or something. He had weird hair and eyebrows.
Right? I'm just kidding.
Well,
Bastard.
I'm out of here. I want to thank you for having me up on panel. I appreciate it.
Hey,
it was
thanks
nice
for coming.
talking to you.
It was a
No
great
problem,
conversation.
Man. Thank you, everybody in chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share and subscribe. And if it wasn't for you people, we wouldn't be up here doing this and making idiots of ourselves. But once again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you have a good evening.
All right, you too. All right, later,
I'm out.
Chris.
Later.
All right, it's my turn. I'm gonna talk a little bit more shit because I got some shit to talk real quick. Now, the shit I'm finna talk is really finna hit in a lot of different ways, right? So let me cut this shit real quick. Hey, shout out to Chris for coming up on the panel. It was a good conversation. I do have a little bit more shit to talk though. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I do want to get some sleep tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. We finna turn up on Friday. I'm gonna try to get a topic that's more involving for regular people to try to get their minds going, right? Because it's time to teach people how to think again. A lot of people forgot what common sense is. They don't get it. Um, Bringing back common sense is something that is a heavy burden. Most people don't have sense at all. Um, and common sense isn't so common. Why is that? It's because the common person doesn't know what's sensible. Other than that, everything's been pretty chill. We're trying to get everybody's minds going. It's harder than it looks because people don't want to think. Thinking takes a lot of energy, which is fine. Um, but ultimately, it's time to grow. We got to get beyond the bullshit. And this is the part that hurts us as a nation. If we don't have the same common goal, right? And this American dream that we used to have, get a house, have kids and things like that. Hey, real shit, CM. They do. They have hearts of stone. You know? Um, the hardness of their heart. There's no genuine affection. Uh, so they can say, "Oh, I love you," but that doesn't mean anything. And the fact that it doesn't mean anything is because how can you love if you don't understand love, right? Love is selfless. God loves us, Jesus loves us, they sacrifice for us. If you're not sacrificing for somebody, then how could you say you love them? That wouldn't make any sense naturally. You know? I mean, y'all love to listen to AI and shit. I could bring AI in and I bet you AI will back me up on this. Is the crazy part. The succession is what we're trying to build towards. Because if you have an heir, your legacy and your lineage, it continues. But if you don't have an heir, your legacy and your lineage dies with you when you die. And that's why God, or it's just men in general, okay? We know we're not supposed to be alone. That's why we seek out people. That's why we try to do things to show how useful and how much utility we have, so people will want to be around us. So I get it. You feel me? It's one of those things. Like, how can we say that we understand somebody if we're not going through what they went through, if we're not opening up our minds and taking ourselves out of us for a second because we have a mentality, float around here for a little bit, and now boom, you can understand what they're talking about. And then you receive it and you come back and become yourself. Now you can understand. But a lot of people are not trying to understand you because they believe they're right and you should be like they are. Ooh. I'm sorry. But, you know, shit hit the fan. And when shit hit the fan, everybody smell it. And that's just the truth, y'all. So, yep. A lot of people are stuck on themselves and not aware of others around them. You're absolutely right. It's tough to care about someone else if you're only worried about yourself. Especially if it's like you above everything. Like a lot of people serve money and it's like money over everything. Y'all remember when that shit was all up in the music, money over everything, blah, 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 Drake and all them. And that shit got drilled into a lot of the young kids' heads and their hearts.
So they actually cut themselves from their families. Well, my family ain't about money. I'm gonna go chase my bag. Like, and then they'll disgrace themselves, shame themselves, put themselves in positions that they don't want to be in naturally. But there's only one way out of it, and that's to fuck your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's a lot of sluttery going around. And remember, sex is a commodity. It will always be a commodity. Sex is needed to keep the civilization going, but people are abusing sex in a way where it's destroying our civilization. Hell yeah, social skills are lacking big time. It's because we don't know how to deal with each other since we were kids. Remember when we were in school and the teacher was always telling us to sit down, listen up, pay attention, and all these other things. Our parents were telling us to shut up, do what I say, and not as I do. And we're watching our parents do some fucked up shit, but we're supposed to be perfect. And that builds up a resentment in a child. And now as soon as they're grown, fuck everything, fuck everybody. And that's how it be. And that's the truth, because I went through it, you went through it, a lot of people went through it, the rebellious stage, right? But what are we rebelling from? We're rebelling from the hypocrisy that we've witnessed our whole childhood. And now that we get to make our own choices and have full autonomy, we don't want to go back to the bullshit. Yeah, but that's the thing. When you grow up and you finally get old, there's a difference between growing up and being older. See what I mean? So when you grow up, you can't act childish, but you can act childish no matter how old you are. So I feel you, Mariah. I feel that. But when you grow up, when I was a child, I did childish things, but now I'm a man, so I put childish things away behind me. And that's what we do. We grow up and we understand children because we were children. And a lot of people forget what it's like being a child because they don't want to go back. They're traumatized from that shit. So they don't want to deal with people, right, that are childish. And then they put themselves in a position where it's like, hey, I'm not childish. I'm grown. You can't act like that when you're grown. But actually, when you're grown, when you got that age on you, you can act however you want. You have full autonomy. You can make all your choices. You can do what the fuck you want. There will be consequences for every choice. And yeah, some people never grow out of it. That's because they're not accepting new information. They think they know it all. Yo, what up, CM in the building? What up, G?
What's up? What's up, G?
You know we had to do it.
Yeah, good topic. I like this topic.
So what you think about this one right here? Is it America versus the world? Or is it the East versus the West?
It's the American blacks versus the world.
All right. Oh, shit. America's mega.
It's the indigenous Americans versus the world, the real Americans. And that includes fucking every fucking island around North America. This is where life starts, the civilization starts. Like, I'm not finna just get, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And to the people, the reason why people have got head starts. Like everybody got head starts, but blacks. And then
are you sure? Because I think affirmative action and this DEI shit.
That's for black women.
Level playing field. Or do you think
that was to tear apart the black community and turn the women against the men?
Okay, that makes a little sense.
Huh?
I said that makes a little sense.
Well, it keeps us infighting. It keeps us infighting.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Because if we're fighting each other, you could come up, Mariah. Anybody that I know, y'all could come up. I don't care. If I don't know,
fight each other. How can you fight the system?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, say that again.
If we're fighting each other, how can we fight the system?
Exactly, and that's how they're keeping us distracted. And every time we bring up color, that's putting us in the same position we came from. Now, how do we grow up and grow out of it? That's where we need to be at.
Well, we can't let women continue to benefit off the system unless they
have a husband.
Ooh. Yeah, you talk about it all the time because we've already acknowledged that men and women are wired differently.
So
definitely. These women, we see like what I've been putting in my head lately, which is crazy. It's like the only thing that's going to be able to put these women, and I'm against it, but it's leaning towards our way to get these women to act right is Islam. No, seriously, they're like, and if it's not Islam, it has to be that type of control to where they get the fear of the universe put in them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we think about Islam, right? Islam has a chokehold on women. Don't get me wrong. But so does every other religion, which is why most women don't have religions. Ooh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, cook.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just they've gotten to like we got to the point where we know men and women are wired differently, but it's gotten to the point to where women really want to be men. But men, we want the peace, but it's just like it's getting to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see, Mariah, unless you're contributing to society and paying taxes, I don't think you should have a say. And that's a thing. Like,
That's pretty
having
stupid.
a job,
hold on. My bad for interrupting you, but
go ahead, G, go ahead.
I would respect what she was saying if this was 2005 and we didn't know that these people came in here to steal our birthright. So shut up and shut up. Well, yeah, they stole our birthright. Did they have the nerve to say that? Oh, you're not paying taxes? Well, you aren't either, motherfucker. So shut up.
Well, I mean, like, this is the thing about women. I will say women don't have to pay taxes if they have a husband. I'll give them that. That's why they do taxes together. But if you are a single woman, single mom, whatever, then it's your obligation to give back to society because you chose that shit. You could have stayed with that.
Because you gotta think about it. When them being single, imagine what if there was no monetary gain? Like, these women are paid to be single. Like, you gotta think about it.
Exactly.
Why would women tell the truth when they literally get paid to lie? Literally.
That's how they make their money. Confusion. She'll lie to you and tell you, "Oh, I'll give you the world. I'll do all of this and do all of that," right? And then as soon as you give her what she wants,
gone.
Then what? She just sitting there looking at you funny.
Well,
you're controlling.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And
controlling what?
To me, that's the system. To me, because it's like,
oh, what? Women are the system? Ooh.
Well, they're the pawn. Well, they're like the. I would they're the pawns on the system.
Okay. So the system is playing them.
Yeah. System does.
Sometimes you don't have a choice. Lord takes when their time. Lord takes when it's their time. Now, Mariah said, sometimes you don't have much of a choice, but that's the thing about God. He always gives you a choice.
Yeah.
So I can't agree all the way, Mariah, but I do understand the Lord takes when it's their time. That's fine. The angel, your number's called, blah, blah, blah. Hey, people could go to sleep tonight and not be here tomorrow. And that shit is liable. It just for no reason at all.
That's what they tell us, but death is really a spirit. It's really a spirit.
Well, yeah. I'll agree with that because the horseman was death, right? Came out and did his thing.
But yeah, I mean, women nowadays they're what's that word called? They're funded to be dysfunctional.
And that's what keeps us dysfunctional.
Yeah,
because
so
women have the ability to do what they want when they want, without any kind of accountability.
They're incentivized to be man's opposition, basically. Unless you're directly fucking them, like I'm talking about right then. Like, I mean, it's not. You can't have your dick in a chick like 24/7. So you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Mariah said, "Widows don't have a choice. Ignorance is bliss." Right, CM? And I'm thinking that widows, like, she was married. She did what she was supposed to do. And if she's widowed, yeah, she could remarry if she wants to.
Accountability. When women tell men to be accountable, it's the craziest shit like I ever heard. You know what
Men
I'm
don't
saying?
have a choice.
Like with men, like, and
We'll get
especially
our
coming
ass
from a
whooped.
woman in a world where women don't have to be accountable, it makes zero. It makes even less sense, right?
Yeah, it's hard because like, all right, you're with this girl. She does something dumb. It's your fault because you didn't stop her.
Yeah, exactly.
But how could you stop her when she does what she wants?
Yeah, and then like it makes no sense
There's plenty of deadbeat
because
dads out there.
women
There's
are
plenty of deadbeat moms
incentivized
out
to
there.
because they act like they see this is what we're talking about. The women are incentivized to make these dudes deadbeats. You think man? I got so many ideas, and I'm glad I took a couple day break. Like, and I might do a whole video about this. Like, would there be less deadbeat dads if women weren't incentivized to make them deadbeats?
Yeah, I'm okay. So actually, do it this way: deadbeat dads versus deadbeat moms. Ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
ooh.
But no,
But
you feel just think about
go
what I
ahead, go
said
ahead.
though.
Yeah.
Like logically, like I want. Can you answer that, please?
So the
Would there be less
women make
deadbeat dads if
men the
women weren't
deadbeat.
incentivized to make them deadbeats?
Well, okay. Well, yes, women can make a man a deadbeat by withholding his child, doing all this extra bullshit, not letting him be around and raise his child. Women are evil little motherfuckers. I love
Getting
them,
government
but they
benefits
evil as hell.
because they see every other woman doing it. It's just we go on and on for days while women are the actual deadbeats.
And see, I'm not blaming anybody. I can't blame women. I can't blame men. But the accountability that's lacking from women puts all of the blame on men. That's
All of
all
it.
I'm
That's
pointing out.
facts.
That's all I'm pointing out. So why is it always the man's fault? Make that make sense.
Because that's all they know. That's all they know. That's what the system told them to say. At the end of the day, especially if the man is black, at the end of the day, just blame Tyrone.
Better call Tyrone. That's funny, bro.
No,
You need welcome in. It's not always the man's fault. Thank you, baby girl. That was the nicest thing I ever heard a woman say. Losers always will be losers. Well, yeah, if you're not winning nothing. What? But sometimes it is. Hell yeah. Hey, look, I'll never take the blame off of a man when he does some shit, but he's already held accountable by a society. It's the fact that when women do the
niggas gotta go
same
to
shit a
jail.
man does, but they get away with it, that's what breaks my heart a little bit. Because it's like the hypocrisy is real. What?
Yeah, it's a double standard. And then when we say something, we're sassy, we're whining. Like, no, motherfuckers. Like, we live in a system where fucking the man is fucking not the priority. When he is the prize, like a woman, it's a Bible verse about it. If I want to get biblical, like this Bible verse saying like a fucking it's better. What is it? It's better to be on a corner or some shit than with a nagging wife or some shit.
Yeah, it's better to be up in the corner of the house or in the corner of your house or in the attic of your house than being with a brawling woman in a big fucking shit. I'm butchering the fuck out of that, but man, like that's one of the things. It just blew my mind. Like just to even know that how I feel sometimes, the Bible will be like, "Hey, yo, it's all good." I'm just like, "Hey, the Bible got your back, bro." I don't know, man. I don't know
Like
why
accountability is being held for your actions, but women they get incentivized to be fucking mischievous people. They literally get incentivized to. Like that's why I don't blame women because like, bro, you get paid to lie. Like it's believe all women culture.
And then there's a lot of men that are trying to act like women and they're doing the same shit, trying to get paid to lie. But I think that's more of a cultural.
Those are the simps. Those are literally called the simps. That's the dudes like that they get in situationships for, and that's why that's why they're never happy. And they want to go sneak off and fuck the guy that they're actually attracted to, and it's just an endless cycle of them having it being stuck in monogamous or whatever it's called, monogamy cycle of them trying to pay their bills. Survival, like it's set up that way.
And then the Bible does say reap what you sow. That's basically saying karma will get your ass, right?
Yeah.
Mariah says, "Who gets paid
And
to
see,
lie?"
hold on, wait. So she's saying there's a lot of like they don't know what acting like a woman is. They worship the dudes that act like women. The dudes that are men, they don't respect them. They just want to fuck them. And you know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that's the pretty boys for you. Them pretty boys, they be all sassy, but you think they fine and they tall and they gonna fuck with you for real, and then you get played on.
Well,
That's the
they
real.
think that, but that's not true. But that's you know what I'm saying. But the dudes that are sassy nowadays are the dudes that are the simps. The dudes that tell them what they want to hear. The dudes that fake being nice so they can get what they want out of them. That's what I'm talking about. You feel me?
Well, I mean, like, look, there's a time where there's a genuine man. He's just a gentleman. There is a time
Yeah.
where he's genuinely being good to you. Now, when women overlook that because of all the players, that's where they get
That's
fucked
when they
up.
lose.
And here's the thing: if you really want to know if he's the guy for you, and this is one of the things, if you really want to know if he's the guy for you, you can ask him this one fucking question: would you marry me? And if I get pregnant, are you gonna be around for real?
I don't think that's
Now, a
something.
nigga might say yes and
No, he's gonna
yes.
say yeah.
A nigga might say yes and yes, but you got to think about how he says it. See what I mean? If he's enthusiastic about it, then yeah, he like you for real. Like, what? Marry you? Like, you want to be with me forever for real? Like, he gonna have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know it's genuine. But if he's just like, oh yeah, I'll marry you. Yeah, if you get pregnant, I'll take care of you, baby. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? If he just ends it with that, it's probably not real. Because he's not trying to communicate with you about how these things play out. Okay, so what do you mean get married? You want to marry me? Well, what that look like? How much is the wedding gonna cost you? Shit. You know what I'm saying? If he's really trying to actually build that fucking that thing with you, and you guys are having the conversation, that's probably a genuine man. But a man that's not genuine, he ain't gonna want to waste his time talking to you about that shit for real. What you think, CM? He gonna be trying to talk about the pussy. Trying to get you all horny and shit real quick. Man, we'll talk about that later.
Well, you know, when it comes to marriage and kids, that's to me, that's just something that kind of happens. It's not something
Yeah.
that you really plan, like you know.
Well, I mean, you could plan it.
Well, you can plan it, but it's still like on just like some sexual shit, like it's because you're having good sex, so it's like you know what I'm saying, like leave it in, you know. But
Shit.
to the people
Shit,
that don't,
look,
to the
I
people that
ain't
don't,
pulling
to the people that don't have kids and never got intimate like that, I'm sorry, but that's how it goes when you have a kid. It's not no political Donald Trump versus Joe Biden thing, but it's usually just hey, like the sex is good, like I like you, like I can have missionary sex with you. Just leave it in next time. That's how it goes. Usually they'll just they fucking won't let you pull out.
Hey, if a woman's not letting you pull out, it's because she really want to keep you.
Yeah.
And look, that's the only way I know she fuck with me. Because I'm
Me
not
too.
pulling out. First of all, if I fuck with you, it's because I want you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
here's the
finna
thing,
play
to where,
no
like,
games.
the
If I want
pussy-
another bitch, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to the bitch I want. I don't know. It just makes sense to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I feel sorry for the people that haven't experienced that because that's the
Yeah.
ultimate intimacy, and then they have the nerve to talk about relationships and like men and women in marriage. Like, dude, you haven't even experienced like the proper affection, or intimacy, I should say, with the opposite sex. Like, if you never got a girl pregnant, if you're a girl and you never got pregnant by a certain age, and you don't know the opposite sex, and that you shouldn't be talking about relationships. You should really just go work on yourself and realize why you never made the opposite sex happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Mariah says, some I'm sure will say yes and then run to a different state. I'm sorry that has happened. If that happened, that's horrible. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, some will be a man. Best to wait till you're married. Well, I would say that to actually get to know a man that you feel like you want to spend that much time with, where you're raising a kid, you're in each other's faces constantly, you really have to know him on a different kind of level. If you're not taking that time, like how could you open yourself up, like, and just let him have his way with you? It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I feel sorry for. No, I don't really feel sorry for baby mamas with thugs in their life. They wanted that thug ass nigga.
Nah, you spit
They
some
really
cold facts
did.
right now. Like you saying some real shit that like people
I
need to
can't
hear.
feel bad for him because here's the thing: they knew what he was when they fucked with him.
Well,
That was an
that's I figure when they say shit like that, it's like that's just some shit they heard off the internet because that wannabe thug might have been a rich ass fucking nigga who ended up being an entrepreneur and opened up 10 businesses. You see what I'm saying? They just go on public stereotype perceptions to basically like be, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because when you think of thug, you think of black man.
Type
Like,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just no, just stop. Like try harder.
And that's the hard part, trying harder. A lot of people don't really know what trying entails. Like, how could you try something that you don't understand?
True. That's true. That's true.
And it's like, go ahead.
A lot of people are miserable people at heart. Like I was kept saying in the chat, they have hardened hearts of stone.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Unique. And here's the thing, like me, I wouldn't mind being a single father because I would have something like to wake up to and look forward to and motivate me to do better every day, even more so than just being better for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, most of these single moms, 90% of them wanted to be single because of the monetary gain that came with it.
And not only that, because they hate that nigga now.
Well, they hate him because they get paid. Think about it. You're getting paid to be away from somebody. Think about it.
Yeah, you know me. I be thinking about it. I'm looking at this situation like, look, I put myself there. I'm like, all right, so if I'm dealing with a woman, what do I want from her? What do I need from her? What should she be doing for me, right? Because I already know all the things I have to do for a woman. And then whatever she asks me for, I'm either going to have to accommodate or in the back of my mind think she's going to go to another nigga for it. See what I'm saying?
A woman shouldn't be asking you for anything. Except for how she should treat you right and keep you happy. That's the only thing a woman should be asking, man. Because they're not logical thinkers.
Trying to be dad, trying to be grown. It's either you are or you're not. Well, I mean, it's hard to be a dad if you're not allowed to be. And
Facts.
It's hard to grow up if you don't have the right soil, the right lighting, the right nutrients and stuff like that. So that means you have to be positively putting into yourself constantly. Yep. And you need outside sources. We get light from the sun. So that means there's something from outside that has to go into you so you can grow. But if you're only getting horrible shit like pesticides and bullshit all in your soil, then how are you gonna have good fruit?
That's facts. That's all it is. It's just like they want to tell, like, I would get it if they want to incentivize. They literally incentivize to kick the man the fuck out, to get away from him, to be living in a bad bitch culture. But not every one of them has that bad bitch mind state. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, welfare, right? That's free. You never know when the Lord calls people home. Exactly. Like I was saying before, we could fall asleep tonight and that's it. No more tomorrow. And you'll be in a dope ass dream, I bet you. You'll be stuck in dreamland forever. Have you guys ever had that nightmare where you're actually stuck in your dream and you can't wake up?
Nah.
That shit was scary. I had that shit a couple of times when I was a kid. I was stuck in this world. And then, like, I just remember my mom shaking my ass awake. Like, shaking me awake. Like, my neck was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt the bones, like, cracking in my body. She was shaking me awake. And then she was like, are you okay? Type shit. I was just like, I was in this place. What happened? You know what I mean? And, like, moms, they actually care. They'll actually try to sit there with you. Dads are more so, like, what the fuck you doing? Get up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to teach you the lesson out of it.
Unique says, just giving into carnal flesh without considering your future isn't really a flex. To me,
there's children involved. Okay, exactly.
Yeah, but you can't talk to somebody who doesn't have kids about having kids because they don't know like what it takes like to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? That's like me talking to a football player how to play basketball. It just doesn't make sense. And then I went how to play football.
I would push back on a little bit.
But it's even worse than that.
Push back a little bit because only because like some people actually do the studies and everything, and they've been through experiences. Even though they don't have kids, they were a kid and they did have parents. They do have experiences in that field, and depending on their education in the area and how much they interact with other people, that's what you gain experience. So each person is going to be different, and you have to judge them off of their merit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be talking like about kids if I didn't have kids.
Are you sure?
I mean, how could I relate to it? I talk to shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could relate.
Well, I mean, as a man, right? You would want family, a legacy, things like that. So naturally, you would talk about kids.
Well, no, I would talk about like scenarios, like you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that the shit you only see it on the internet with people with no kids that have the most to say about people with kids. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I mean, like at the same time, they were a kid and they have family. So they might have experience, especially if they did some studying into the areas that, especially a lot of the different scenarios that are out there, case studies, things like that, that can give you mental experience, like mental reps, just like if you were a football player or basketball player. You know what I'm saying? You're not on the court, but you're still like doing your shit on the side. You know what I mean?
No. Be
Well,
real.
how do you get
was
better
it
at
when you held that
basketball?
baby that looked like you in your arms? Did it not change your life? Was it not like no matter what, did you not feel like the 9 months that she was pregnant, like was fucking finally like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fighting was over, like you got you finally, the little you. Like there's people that will never experience that. Not even one time, like no matter what the stipulations are, like they'll never understand. Like they're like when my first son was born, like, even when my second son was born, like the amount of happiness and energy it brought into my life, like it lets you know that like there's life. There's nothing else. You know what I'm talking about, April. Like when you first hold that kid that look just like you, but
I know that
after
shit's
all
a
the
little
fighting
different,
after
ain't
the
it?
9 months, like there's no book that could teach you that. There's no podcast that could teach you that. Only
Well,
having
actually, there is a book that can teach
Amber,
you that. But I'm just pointing out the Bible when I said that, though, because the Bible got all that in there, and it prepares you for it mentally. It really does. It takes you through the emotions. Like if you read the Bible like any other book, you know what I mean? It hits different. And people are trying to look at the Bible as if it's some sort of fake pretend fairy tale. And that's not the case. It's actually written history. And it's actually the witness accounts. Just like we write papers and we do our podcasts, these are our witness accounts of real life. You know what I'm saying? So we have to acknowledge it as such. And when we look at it and we read it as the history from a Jewish perspective, then it makes more sense. It gives you personalities of people, gives you the tendencies, all the different spiritual, physical, and mental shit they're going through. Samson and Delilah, Ahab and Jezebel. Like, I'm telling you, it's all there. These are people's personalities.
yeah, but we're talking about being a parent versus like people talking about it, coming on the internet and acting like they're holier than thou type shit.
Now, that right there is pride. And pride is a demon that we're all fighting. Some people give into it and get possessed by it. And that's why they're weak. Because they can't find their inner strength, overcome their pride, and humble themselves.
Well, what about, okay, well, look, listen. Isn't that a lot when you become a parent, don't you have to humble yourself and put your pride aside a lot? Like
You should. You ought to, but people don't. But you're absolutely right. You ought to. You should.
I use me for instance. Like my first son saved my life. My second son probably saved my life. Kids will save your life. They give you purpose.
Exactly. And
Like,
that's
you know
what
what I'm
we're
saying?
all
Like,
looking for.
I was gangbanging, shooting guns when my first baby mom was pregnant. Like when my son was born, and I fucking moved from Cali, got a job, and got back in school. Finished fucking high school basically, and fucking started college. Changed shitty diapers.
Night, Mariah. Hopefully
Bye,
you have
Mariah.
sweet dreams and you have
Don't
a
let
good
them bed
night.
bugs bite, Mariah.
Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at the next show. If you guys have any
topics you want to discuss, you could drop it in the chat. I'll look at it and we'll see.
I'll be back tomorrow. I almost feel like myself again. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll get back on my regular schedule.
Hell yeah. You know, I'll pop up if I got a moment. You know, I'll be working, but I'll try to pop up. You feel me?
Oh yeah, facts, yeah.
You already
But
know.
no, it's just like you see what the last comment the person said. So, well, children are people. I think it's better to have your life together. That's not how it works. Like, kids are like, nobody's like, oh yeah, you got your stuff together, I got mine together. Let's fucking have good sex. Let's make since we got our stuff together, it's gonna make the sex that much better. No, why do you think girls have sex with broke niggas? They say, a good dick is not a rich nigga's trait. Have you heard that before?
I understand it now that you're saying it. I can see that perspective, and I would say that and push back a little bit that it doesn't matter how much money you have versus how good or big it is for a man, right? I would say that in the grand scheme of things, if you're rich enough, you could make it bigger if you want to. There's all kinds of shit out there. So it's not like it's impossible. But if you're just like a white boy that's born with some weird shit, or like, you know, one of those races that's born with some weird shit, it's a lot harder to adjust.
Yeah, that's what. But I'm just saying, like, but you know, you have kids, so you know it's just like it doesn't work like that. It's all based off the sex and the attraction, and like all that other shit is just talking points on the internet. Like that, and it boils back to what I was just saying. That fucking that people that don't have kids like really shouldn't be like talking to people that have kids or commenting on or making unsolicited opinions if they don't have kids.
And I agree with you, Nick. Children are people. It's better to have your life together so you have something to teach your kids so they can be successful in this world. That is true. That is true. At the same time, sometimes when kids come along, you're not all the way there, so you have to make adjustments. And that's what shows your true character and your true merit.
That's facts. You couldn't put it any better. And that's what I was trying to hear. Type shit, because it's like I know what I went through, like having a kid at 7. I've been a dad 20 years. Having a kid at 17, like I'm really having to go get that job at Kmart. Really having to go fucking.
Damn, Kmart, nigga, what? Ain't that shit closed?
It is now, but like.
Damn, bro. Talk about job security. Ain't there? Oh shit. Yeah. That's funny, man.
I think the stuff that she's saying more is and like it's more recognizable in the black community. It's more of a problem in the black community that we shouldn't have kids out of poverty because, and to me that's more of a blame on the black women because they're the ones keeping us in this poverty. And it's a mind state. It's a scarce mentality. It's a one track white supremacy mind state. When most black men, even though we fight and we disagree on a lot of shit, we don't have one track minds like black women seem to do for white supremacy and European adjacency.
Okay, so are you calling that the East versus the West at that point? Ooh.
That's a good point.
See what I'm saying? And then you say Islam, right, has more control over their women, but isn't that the East? Ooh.
No, I was saying that women are getting to a point where we're going to have to need something like Islam to control them. Mm-hmm. Even if it's Islam or something else type shit, you know?
Well, I mean, if you say it's something else, then let's throw Christianity there. Well, they get to do what they want, right?
Whoa. They think they can do what they want, but
no, they actually do, because Christianity is not saying, "Oh, we're gonna hurt you if you don't choose." It's saying, "Go do your thing, heathen. You're not with Jesus, then fuck it." That's it.
Yeah, but
that's why I like Christianity so much.
It tells them to be a good wife, and they just go towards monetary gain, so they can't call themselves Christians.
And
when their boss is probably like a Satanist or an occultist, like that's like, you know what I'm saying?
And they're working for him. Are they working for the enemy? Ooh.
Well, he is the enemy because he's an occultist and he's controlled. So it's a state of confusion. Like I know, like you can see clearly what I'm saying. Like it's clear.
Yeah.
these are the type of conversations that we need to have, like, because all that other political
we
correct
having
shit.
them. And
Yeah.
just so you know, over here, I'm not worried about monetization. Fuck all that. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be under their fucking thumb. And they're gonna take my money away. Fuck their money. I don't give a fuck. I just want to fucking have this conversation so everybody can witness that this is common sense coming back. We're bringing common sense back because common sense ain't so common.
Well, I mean, it's just we're living in like a fucking bizarro reality. Like, remember Superman Bizarro?
Yeah, like backwards ass motherfuckers.
That's the type of reality we're living in.
Yes, and you know, Revelations preaches that all day. And that's
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Coming back to the Bible. I hate coming back to the Bible, but the shit's so right. Every time I turn my head, damn, the Bible says shit about this too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, men are sassy for wanting women to be like act right and just to be better compliments. And then we go in space and we try to, you know what I'm saying, come up with solutions, and it just gets shamed by women while they continue to fucking be monogamous and chase their bills being paid. Instead of
and the sad part is they want the men to be monogamous, but they want to be, you know, doing multiple things. And I feel like that's kind of sad. It's like the purity of women has disappeared. Yo, what up, Wolf?
Well,
Shout out.
Wolf. It gets to a point like you just have to. You got to be how the kings live. You gotta smash them and pass them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give them what they want. Like, I went to that little stage, like, and I love women so much. I don't want to treat them like that. Like, just, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Wolfie, you can come up if you want to. There's a main question on the board, but we're getting down deeper into the separation so we can actually figure out, A, is it America versus the world, or is it the East culture versus the Western culture?
Well, it's East culture versus West culture.
You think so?
I know so.
All right, give us some details. I'm going to put you on the big screen. I got to do this one thing real quick. Hold it down for me, G.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me see. Yeah.
But yeah, you know it is because it's who could, like, it's the control over women. You know what I'm saying? So since fucking, my bad, I'm smoking too, but women think they can be men. Like, if you notice, year by year, they're getting more aggressive. Like, they're getting more, like, disrespectful. Their mouths are getting more, like, reckless. So it's getting to a point, like, you're going to have to go, like, woman to woman and just give them, like, what they want, move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it is, the conversation, sex, whether you're getting money out of them, like, don't give them money because they already, like, they have endless money, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm really giving away some free tips, like, because what women want, they want to be lied to. They want to, they don't understand the truth. Men look at truth like, okay, I finally got it. Women look at the truth as confusion because, especially with the monetary gain, especially with them being paid to lie, it's not profitable for them to tell the truth. And I realized that a long time ago. They literally would lose money if, like, because it's getting to a point where it's man's truth and woman's truth. It's not, the truth is not down the middle no more. And it's all because of the money. It's all because of the idolization that women want inside this westernized system. I know I'm cooking right now, but yeah.
Not with fire, bro. Cooking with fire, man.
Yeah, it's like more and more, it's like day by day, month by month, year by year, these women are getting more aggressive, more masculine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare to find a soft-spoken woman.
And that's what they're getting pushed to. Honestly, is because it's like, man, I pulled this shit up. Hold on. Wait. Because this was the last conversation. We was digging into this on my last episode, right? The accountability, yeah. Well, that was with the Fauci shit. Hey, bro. How you gonna plead the fifth many times, bro? You already got a pardon, bro. You already got away with it. Like, at least, like, admit to what you did so we could be like, all right, men have accountability. And then, like, you can be forgiven to a certain extent. People will be able to say, all right, look, you made a mistake. Okay?
and at least you're coming clean. Like when your kid lied to you, or when your kid did something wrong, when they didn't tell you, or when they lied about it, did you get more angry or less angry when they were honest? That's the question. CM, you can answer this.
Yeah.
When your child did something wrong and they lied about it, did you feel worse, more angry than when they told you the truth about it?
My child,
Yeah, for example.
I felt all those emotions, really. But I just
Yeah,
tried
the
to.
question is, like, were you more upset when the you know your child did something wrong, you caught them red-handed, and then they lie about it? Does that make you feel more upset than if they tell you the truth? Like, yeah, I did that. I'm sorry, Dad.
Oh, yeah,
Versus,
of course,
I didn't
yeah.
do it.
Of course,
I don't
yeah.
understand. I didn't do nothing. Like, which one makes you feel better?
Yeah, of course, they tell the truth.
All right. And that's the point. That's what I'm pointing out for this Dr. Fauci situation. Because if they just came and told the truth, we'd be able to level with that to a certain extent, right? Forgiveness, all these things. And that's kind of what I'm trying to bank it on. How could you have forgiveness? How could you get forgiven from somebody if you didn't admit to what you did and apologized for it? That's a tough question. And then there's those people that forgive you. You don't have to apologize. But I look at them as more Christian.
Yeah. I mean, people, when it comes to just like I said, when it comes to men's truth and women's truth, are really becoming this could be becoming two different truths.
Okay, so let me ask this.
Women would literally lose money if they tell the truth. They could just think about
Let
it.
me ask you this real quick, CM. And this is pertaining to men and women, but it's still focused more on the question. Do you think if it's America versus the world, do women have more of a role to play in that upkeep or the downfall? Or if it's the East versus the West, do you think men are going to have more of the upkeep or the downfall, or vice versa?
I think you're kind of answering your own questions because like women will always be the motivation for good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Mother Earth type shit, but yeah, it's just like we keep saying, it's going to be Eastern culture versus Western culture. That's what it's going to be. That's what it is, because the women have gotten so out of control and so mouthy that they're just not being tolerated, and just like they don't want the men that they have left over because of how they've gotten in the Western way. You feel what I'm saying? You think they want a bunch of midgets, a bunch of people with lopsided heads and shit?
Okay, well, let's dig a little deeper here then. Fine. So if you think it's the East versus the West, right? And you're saying women have a more important role in it. So is it the Eastern women that are all out of control, or is it the Western women, or the American women specifically? Now it's America versus the world. Ooh, which women is it? Because we have different types of Western. We have the Europeans, right? See what I'm saying? We have some of the African nations. Do you think some of the women from there are a little different than the ones here in America? Or do you think Western women are acting out and it's the Eastern women that are being good? Ooh, this is where we're getting at now.
Yeah, this is a fire topic. It's the Western women are, like I said, they're incentivized to basically be like, they don't even realize they're basically like they're down low women. Like, they don't even realize it, because they just don't respect men because of money. Think about if men. I'm about to blow your mind. Let me light this blunt back up. Okay, think about
Go ahead, bro. Because you know we here to fuck people head up. Let's go.
Think about this. Okay, think about if men start prioritize money, start prioritizing their careers. Start saying, I don't need no woman. Fuck women. Like, I only want a woman if they're 5'2", fat ass. I ain't gonna want them. Like, or they just didn't fuck women at all. But no, as men, we'll put our standards to the side, like for sure. Like, oh well, she just, you know what I'm saying, she had a bad hair day, or she's 20 pounds overweight in her picture. Like, oh, it was just a bad angle in the picture. But it's just
Men
like,
are too forgiving, right? What the
yeah,
fuck
but you
is
see what I'm saying? But imagine if we did that as men and start really prioritizing shit. What would they call us?
They would call it something like chauvinistic, misogynist, a fuck nigga, all kinds of shit.
They would call us gay.
The hypocrisy.
But why can't we call them lesbians when they're doing 10 times
But
worse?
they are lesbians. Most women. Okay, look. When I say most women, I'm saying like 60% of them. Okay, there's a cool 40% that are like strictly dickly. That's fine, but that don't mean they didn't kiss a girl. Girls be gay. Yo, what up, Wolf? In the building.
What's good, bro?
What's up, Wolf?
Let me
What's
ask
up,
you
bro?
the main question real quick, because I'm trying to pick your brain, and then we can get back into the other shit. The first question, right, is this America versus the world, or is this the Eastern culture versus the Western culture? East versus West. What do you think? Yeah, I know it's a good one.
It is a good one. I want to say America against the world, but then again, you know,
Yeah, that's where I'm standing. America versus the
that's
world.
kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? Just
And
to
they're
be
throwing
real.
Israel in with us, right? Because ain't nobody
Yeah.
got our back.
Yeah.
We went to war, but who went to war with us? Who was by our side besides Israel? Let's just ask that real quick. Where the rest of the West at?
Yeah.
Type shit. So that's why when CM said it's the East versus the West, I'm like, all right, I can see it. That's why I asked it, but it's making me feel like it's boiling down to America versus the world, because why is it that the rest of the West isn't backing us up and everybody else is saying fuck America?
Because we're the bullies. We're the bullies, bro. That's what it is at the end of the day. America is bullies. What goes around comes around, man. It's gonna happen eventually. And like you said, if you know the Bible, man,
are they trying to bully us out of existence?
You think so? You don't think America is bullying everybody else?
Mm-mm. I think we're floundering around in the water and we can't swim. That's my example. You see what I just did right there? Hey, CM, what you think on this, bro?
I'm just saying, bro. But that's just my opinion. Like, it is what it is.
Give us some of that context. How did you come to this conclusion?
What, that America is bullies?
Yeah, and like America
That we're
versus
bullies?
the world. Yeah, both. And like it's us versus the world, and how are we the bullies?
Well, you could always say Israel as well. But I'm just saying,
So you count Israel as America as well? Or are you counting
No. We always help them, and that what gets us in the shit. But I'm just saying, you got to admit that. Like, I'm not saying I'm an expert on fucking war and all this bullshit that goes on.
Common sense
because
is what we're pointing out.
Yeah, but you can just look. It's a track record, bro. It is what it is, man. We just storm in there, take what we want, and it is what it is. What would you say? The white man? It's almost the same shit, bro.
Well,
Just,
I mean,
we
I would say something like
steal.
Like, they have to have a reason to go do that.
Oh, dude, problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They have to have a reason, but if they have a reason,
they'll make up a reason.
If they have a reason to go over there, right, and they're put in a position, and all of a sudden there's money involved after the fact. I mean, you fell into some dollars. I'm not saying that that's impossible.
The petrodollar, yeah. That's not backed by gold and silver anymore. That's why the inflation's so high. It's
Imperius, get your ass up here real quick. I need to ask you this question, man, because I know you got some ratchet shit to say about America versus the world, or is it the East versus the West? This is a touchy subject because
us as
It's
Americans,
crazy.
we have been put in a fucking corner and our backs are to a wall and we have weapons and people don't understand that if you get a scared animal in a corner, it might fuck you up.
Yeah, and I would agree, but you also got to think why are the reason why we're in this predicament? We the people. We allow this bullshit to keep happening, and nobody wants to stand up. That's the problem, right? Dead in there. If we have rights, half of the people don't even know their rights.
Wait, say that one more time.
But it's all a chain reaction. I know I got off a little topic there, but you know what I'm saying? It's like a domino effect, bro. You know how it is. Like, you should know, but I get it.
Shit rolls downhill, and when it splashes on you, you get mad. Like, what the fuck? Who shitted on me? That's not bird shit. The fuck? But
it does. It starts with us at the end of the day. They're the ones taking all of our money. You pay taxes. You're not free. You pay fucking taxes. We're all slaves in one way or the other.
Versus every nation. But I'm sorry, Imperious, I don't think that's the truth. Because if it was every nation versus every nation, we wouldn't have any people we call allies, right? And then when it's time to show up, our allies weren't there. So is it every country versus every country, or is it us versus the world? Because we've been used and abused by our allies, for example. We've been fucking
some of them
extorted.
Mm-hmm.
So is it the world versus us at this point? Because they milked us and they kicked us to the curb.
No, you got to look at it both ways. They milked us, like but we also fucked.
The whore's like, give me your money, I'll make you come, now get out.
Yeah. I'm gonna take all your fucking oil. We're coming in and killing all you motherfuckers.
But that was after the fact. Because y'all betrayed us. Now we finna fuck you up.
Yeah, but dude, how do you really know that though? That's the thing. That's why I hate getting into politics and shit, because you can go forever with this stuff.
Yeah, I know. And that's the whole conversation. That's why we're trying to break it down to a simple, is it the East versus the West or America versus the world? Because once we figure out the core of the issue, we can defend ourselves.
Yeah. Well, at least we still have guns. That's all I can say.
Yeah, as long as we got guns, right?
Right, you know what I mean? That's probably the only reason why we haven't gotten taken over real quick, even by the own government. They're trying to fucking take us over. Come on, bro.
And that was my point, too. And I was just making that point with CM. I was like, yo, CM, this is the only way they can get us. They have to do a quiet invasion. And since we have gun rights, they have to quietly invade until they have one-on-one. And then everybody is armed up, because you can get guns here legally if you do the right process, right?
Process.
Islamists, they're lobbying. They can open up security companies. Now they have a small militia and all kinds of shit. We haven't gotten there yet, but that's what the next step is.
But bro, yo, real talk. Like, how do you think we maneuver and make gangs? We learn by the government.
And that's why I'm doing.
That's the biggest gang, you know, like army
now,
gang.
Here's my next move right here. I'm about to create a security company.
We learn what we know, what we see, bro. It's crazy.
That's my next move. I'm gonna create a security company. And do you know why I'm gonna create a security company? Armed guards. So I can protect our nation and hire people. And make sure people are ready to go. And it's not going to be government. It's going to be private. Just like these other private armed security companies are, I'm going to start one. But it's going to be called American First Security.
Yo, at the end of the day, I'll bring it back to like good and evil, bro. I think that the devil runs this place. And we're just here for the ride, bro. And just try to do as good. I mean, we could change things, right? But I don't think we can change all of it. I think some shit is just set in stone, and you just got to take the roller coaster ride.
Yeah, I mean, we have to write it out, you know. He who endures until the end is saved, right?
Right.
So we got to go through the shit. A lot of us are going to go through the revelation. A lot of us are going to go through the persecutions and the executions and all these things. And if you're not willing to die in Jesus' name, then you don't deserve everlasting life. And that's the true choice that's going to be put here on us according to Revelation. and you can see how the powers are moving in that direction. And it's really like something that we can't stop, but we can protect ourselves. We're allowed to defend ourselves. Jesus
Oh,
told us to take
absolutely.
swords. And here's the thing. We weren't supposed to stop him going to the cross. We were supposed to protect ourselves once he was gone. A lot of people don't want to look at that. And they want to say, oh, we're
Right.
supposed to turn the other cheek and bend over and let people do whatever they want to you. No, that's not in Christianity. That was never a part of the game.
Yo, famous words of Biggie Smalls, man. You can't change the world unless you change yourself, bro. And that really
Man in the
resonated
mirror.
with me.
A
Yep.
man in the mirror, right?
And that's where it starts, man. And a lot of people, and it's easier said than done, obviously. We all have hiccups. We all have issues. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
wants to
But
take
it
all the
starts
extra
there.
time to be perfect, right?
Right. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
That's
But
what we have Jesus for. But if you're not accepting Jesus, then you have no right to run around being imperfect. And then if you're not trying to get better a little bit every day to get closer to Jesus, you're not doing the job. So you don't deserve it.
Yeshua. I call him Yeshua, but yeah.
Oh, Isa, right? That's what they call him in fucking the Torah or whatever. Fuck it. Isus is what the Jews called him. Or not the Jews, the other ones, the Greeks. The Greece.
So many, right?
Right? So he has
And God
many
hates religion too. So like, which one is the real one?
Well, that's why Jesus came through flipping tables.
Yeah, he did too. It's all about love, brothers and sisters. Not all the time. This dude wanted to kill people, bro. Like he's pissed. Like God was, you know what I mean? People don't want to hear that though.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I love my channel so much. I'm not about monetization. I'm about the truth. So we're gonna sit here. We're gonna speak about the truth. We're gonna look at all the angles, and we're gonna try to come up with that solution. And we need to determine if it's America, us versus the world. And if they're throwing Israel in with us, then they're a part of America. You know what I mean? If they're if they're saying it's the Western culture versus the Eastern culture, then our allies that are with the West need to wake the fuck up immediately.
Yo, but even in where we're standing, every state in the United States needs to wake the fuck up. We're out here killing each other, fucking. You know how it is, bro. It's fucking nonsense, man. Nobody can stand on their own, too. Nobody can be real. It's unfucking believable to me, because when I grew up, it was still the same shit going on, but it was not bad. Then you got all these phones and fucking... I think the internet's fucking up a lot of people's heads, bro. But that's just me.
Because they're believing everything they see instead of diagnosing it.
Yeah, there's no thinking for yourself. Like...
Creative thinking, critical thinking, all gone. They kill it in school. They kill that shit in school by
absolutely. There's nothing. What can you take from school?
Right? 2 + 2 and some English. That's all you get.
Right. Some math. We good to go. Right. We're in the real world,
right?
dude. Yeah.
Good luck, bro. Like what?
It's a prison, dude. If you look at jail and school, it's the same shit, bro. Same fucking tables. Instead of metal, they're plastic.
I'll go a step further and say America is a prison. The whole fucking
facts.
country. Where else?
Plus, we live in our own prison.
Think about that shit.
Dude. Prisons within prisons.
We can't go nowhere else in the world without being persecuted, judged, or whatever, or all kinds of hatred coming at us. And then there might be a few places where, oh, you're American, blah blah blah, like Ireland or some shit. Where they really like, you know, like where the culture is more like, hey, let's get drunk and have fun. Those are the only kind of places Americans can go. You know, Amsterdam, right?
I would love to go there. That would be fire.
You feel me? And that's the only places we have to go. We get to go to all the party places that really don't have many rules or have more of an alignment with American style rules. Because if we go to these other countries that don't have American style rules, we probably won't end up coming back to America.
Yeah, I'm not right, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You said it. That's why I've never been out of America. Don't plan to. I think I'm good right here.
And then when they came from the World Cup, I saw all these videos. Oh, America's awesome. They've been lying to us. And then that's what made me start thinking, yeah, it is the world versus us, isn't it?
Yeah, they were trying to take ranch dressing home and all kinds of shit.
They salty about World War II. I think that's what that shit is.
They salty.
Maybe, bro. Dude, that
But
shit
I
runs
think
deep.
Germans won World War II, and the reason why is because, see, look, after Hitler, right, and his suicide or whatever, all of a sudden we won the war.
That's a whole nother issue. Yeah.
The war is over. But hold on. But how did we win the war and the war is over? And then all of those officials that were under him get to move over here and get shit for free and take over our country. Now we're in where? What are we in now? And they want to call people Nazis and shit.
I think history is a lie. I think
That's what
history
I'm
is a
saying.
lie. Yeah. Not
think
that
the
wars
Germans
didn't
won the
happen.
war, bro. Just because we're not speaking German doesn't mean they didn't win. Germans knew English. They did. Stop playing with me.
Oh, I bet they would have to, especially in war. You would have to at least understand what the fuck is going on, I would imagine.
And
Unless
then let's
you're an
think about
idiot.
it. They had Antarctica under their control. They had what else? See what I'm saying? The Germans
Right.
were world fucking.
Then you got the peace treaty too. Right, dude. Everything just keeps going on. It's amazing to me how people don't have the time. They're too
Did you
busy
hear about
trying
the
to.
skirmish that happened in Antarctica? We lost because of their technology was too great. Did you hear about that shit?
Whose technology?
So the Germans went to Antarctica, and then we sent a fleet out there to go find out what was going on. And they had these flying crafts. This is what they
Back
call
in the
it.
day.
Yeah, and shut
Okay,
shit
yeah,
down.
IBM. Yeah, dude,
So that's
Dude,
why I'm
they
thinking,
were-
okay, we lost the war, and what we did was a silent treaty. Hey, if you make it seem like this guy's dead, we can spin it.
Yeah, you got to think too, man. What did they have radios
Ooh.
back then?
Am I
Like-
getting conspiracy or what? Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
dude, it's crazy, yeah. But I think it's simple, man. I just think we're all being lied to, and we're all pawns and suckers. One kind of,
Well, yeah.
like I said, we're all kind of slaves, modern day slaves in a way.
Yeah,
you know?
Allah is the greatest of deceivers. Ooh. Ooh. Did I say that out loud?
I think you did. I think you
My
did.
bad. Yeah, I'm saying.
Nah, it's all good.
And they say that, all of the land is owned and whatever by Allah, right? And they're going to fucking get it for him, right? And then we got to look back at the Bible one more time and say, hey, okay, who was saying that they wanted to be like God? Who was saying they wanted to be like God? The devil, right? He wanted to
Of
put
course.
his
Yeah.
high and all these things, get the worship and everything. And think about
Yeah,
it.
the Book of
Islam
Enoch,
doing it.
the tools. Yeah.
And then I've thought this other thing through too. I was like, okay, well, Islam, it seems kind of like Judaism, but like hyper Judaism. Does that make sense? Because of the laws that are in the Torah, aka the Old Testament, and a lot of the Islam, they go off of those laws. But remember, Islam was created after the Bible, and it says the Bible is true. The only thing it denies is Jesus and his divinity. But that's what the devil would do. Right?
Yeah, but they all believe in a creator. That's the crazy part.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have to think about
They
it.
stole some. But how do we really know that, though? That's the crazy. That's when belief comes in and faith.
Exactly. But then that's when his story, right?
That too.
His
Like, I
story
truly believe there's a creator. Like, I will never deny that. Look at this place. Are you kidding me? Look at the animals. Look at every bird. Look at every tree. Look at how everything's
We
here
were
for
made in
us.
God's image. Look at all the shit we create. What the fuck? We create whole universes that can fit in the palm of our hand as dust. It's called data. Ooh.
Yeah.
And if God
is-
is looking at us like we're just data,
Or is that Satan?
ooh, as above, so below.
Is that Satan, right?
hmm
Is it really us creating it, or was it given to us?
Well, let's go back to Genesis, right? In the beginning, there was
That's why I
darkness.
say people leave
When
the
you
Book of
bust out your
Enoch out,
computer,
bro.
right? When you bust out your computer, in the beginning, there's darkness in it. The screen's all black. It's formless.
Gold, silver,
Void
fucking
of shape. And then you say, "Let there be light" by pushing the power button.
Everything's
without the
made
power
from here.
button, you see what I'm saying? Because you have to have a word, power button. Without the word, you can't create light. Ooh, shit. We're
Yeah,
getting
devil
technical.
can't create nothing. He can only fool you.
He can only replicate, and now that's where the devil is actually put alongside of humans. Ooh, because we can only replicate what God has done.
And guess what? He's the man of the music. Isn't that amazing?
Exactly. And what do we bob our heads to all day?
Exactly, bro. Killing fucking dude. And it goes on, bro. It's a dominant. I'm
Now,
telling
check
you,
this
bro.
out. This is the most important thing. Now, remember that Tower of Babel, right? Do you remember what God said about man all having one language? This is important. This is one of the most important parts.
I know he spread us all out and gave us different languages, but
And the reason why is because if we all have the same language, nothing can be held back from us. Because together as a collective, we can establish everything God establishes. And that takes him out of power. But we have to understand that if a God is greater than us, he wouldn't worry about that. That's why I'm determined to say there's two gods in the Bible. The Old Testament God is the fallen angel.
Okay, so you're saying, all right, hold on. Are you saying the Father and Jesus? Or are you saying the devil and God?
I'm saying that in the beginning there was darkness, right? The Spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, hovered over the waters. And the Word was Jesus.
Was spoken.
And everything was made through Jesus, right? So if Jesus is the Word and God said, see what I mean? Because he used Jesus, because Jesus is the Word. God said, let there be light. That's when Jesus activated light.
I get what you're saying. Because the book of Enoch, they did come down, but but you're saying the darkness. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself there.
The darkness is a little bit different because it was always there. So it's not something that can be destroyed. It's something that exists outside of God's presence. And if you leave God's presence, what do you end up in? Darkness.
Yeah, but the devil didn't turn until later.
And gnashing of teeth, right? Because you're just out there in the darkness with no God. And what do people do that don't have God in their life? Right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, if you're saying the darkness is the devil, or you're just saying it's the darkness?
No, the darkness is...
It's just the darkness?
The darkness, let me go ahead and drop it real quick. The darkness is the unformed version of an idea. Does that make sense?
But if it's there, it had to be an idea.
Go to sleep at night. What's the first thing you see? Just think about it. Darkness.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, if there's darkness, it had to have been an idea. Why would it be there in the first place?
Well, see, here's the thing. Nothing but darkness exists without God showing his presence through the word.
It's the yin and the yang.
Exactly. Opposites. Hot, cold, woman, man. Opposite is all there. The sun, the moon, the stars, the night, the sky. It's all there. Everything.
Well, it's just man until they gave up a rib to make Eve. But yeah, the devil didn't.
That's the main question. Because that's the first thing he saw was not good, was man being alone. So socializing is a part of what we need to be the best version of ourselves. And he gave us a complete opposite, which is a woman, because everything in
we needed that.
Yes,
we needed that. He was lonely, bro. He needed that. And then she fucked everything up.
And the reason why everything got fucked up is because God didn't see, right?
God knew what was going to happen.
Hold on. God didn't see that man being alone was not good until he saw it was not good. Because remember, everything was fresh in creation. Everything was perfect until us. Ooh!
It kind of was, dude.
If God
dude, you're right. The garden was beautiful.
God has everything perfect all the time.
then there's no contrast.
Supposedly, right.
There's no contrast.
I can't say that for a fact, but in the book, that's what it says. Absolutely, yeah. What you're saying, though.
Yeah, from the logical perspective, if there's only light, right, and there's no darkness, we can't get contrast. Look at our screens right now. This is darkness, and this is light.
Yeah.
We won't be able to see shit. We won't be able to
even the devil does good sometimes.
Put words. And here's the thing cool about words. If you don't have a word for something, it doesn't exist. Real shit.
It gets it.
How can you explain something you don't know?
Right. That's why I like. That's why I like reading a book. Like I believe in a creator, and I believe in there's a lot of good things in the Bible. Some of the stuff I'm just like, whoa, you know. But that's just me.
That's why you gotta read it like a book. You can't read it like it's rules and regulations.
I'd rather go by experience.
And that's what the book is. Like when you read a book, let's say you just read a romance book, right? You just crack it open. You're just reading the book. You're not saying, oh, this is doctrine, oh, this is special. Oh, it's not putting pressure on you. So take the pressure
dropping
off
gems.
Of yeah, I'm just saying, like, take the pressure off of you and just read the book like a book. And it makes sense that way. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, maybe we're thinking too much into it too, as well, right? Some people do. They're like,
we are reflecting the mirror, and we're just like, well, I did that, and I don't want to read this no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop doing that and just read what people went through. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? How people,
history.
right? And people be like, well, this is a different time. This it was written in. Well, no, history repeats itself. I truly believe there was technology back then that there is now. Like, but that's just my opinion.
The beautiful thing about humans is we are made in the image of God, but we are not God. All we can do is take what we have seen and try to transform it or copy it. And that's what the devil or Lucifer or whatever, he can only do that. He can't create anything. See, that's why he's utilizing us to create the things, because we're in God's image, that he needs to build his kingdom. And without us, he can't do that. And until we wake up to the fact that we're being manipulated and played to build this horrible existence so everybody can suffer. If we can't wake up to that, this is what we're being forced to build, then we can't fight it.
Even being woken up to it, we're still suffering. But that's our choice. And I don't blame it on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody else got their money up and I don't, that's a me problem. You know what I'm saying? That's something I got to get up on, my game, and just learn. And a lot of people just get bent out of shape about things. It's weird, but that's life, man. It's you live and you learn. What do they say? Like, if I was 19, I wish I knew what I knew now when I was 19. Like, yeah, I'd be coasting, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how it works. You got to learn, you know?
We have to learn. And that's a part of growing, because when I was a child, I did as a child. I acted as a child. I became a man. I put away childish things. That's the thing.
Same here.
And like, if you don't read the book like a book, then you wouldn't even be able to understand what that was in context to. You know what I mean? People are just looking at this like, okay, you're just telling me I'm evil and I'm wrong. But here's the thing: you are evil and you are wrong. You don't know anything.
Both inside.
You're not good, and that's why we need Jesus.
You know what's funny, man? When I was younger, I had a buddy. He was a Christian. And he was always talking about God, and I used to get mad at him. But like, dude, Jesus, he ain't gonna fucking do shit for you. That's what I used to tell him, bro. I feel bad now. Back then, I didn't give a fuck, bro. I was in and out of jail doing dumb shit. And then once I got older, dude, I was like, and started waking up a little bit, and then I called him. I'm like, dude, I was wrong the whole time. Like, there's something out
there. And that's the most humbling shit ever, when you're just like, I'm a fuck nigga.
Yeah, bro. I had to apologize to him because he never gave up, bro. He's always like, dude, I'm telling you, man. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. You ain't telling me shit. Like, but that's how we have to learn on our own.
I lost a
Yeah.
lot of friends because I came over to this other side. I wear this right here.
Well, they're not your
because-
friends then.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. They were friendly. See what I mean? And we were
Yeah.
friendly to each other. So that gives us the credence to call each other friends. But when it comes down to actually being a friend, they didn't back me up. They didn't say, all right, you
Yes.
believe that? We're still gonna, fuck with you, even though we don't believe that. And, I know we're getting positive from you anyway, and you're always gonna keep us like on our toes, trying to be better. Like they didn't accept the love I was giving. They started trying to attack with hate
Because
because
they don't
they don't
understand love.
understand
Right.
the stigma behind Jesus, the world's hate for Jesus. It ostracizes you.
Shit, just hate in general, bro. It's crazy.
Damn. But I do have to get over to Art's channel. They're supposed to be doing this game show or whatever. We're gonna turn
Yeah,
up. You're
man.
more than welcome to come over there. Let me see if I can drop the little link in chat. See if I can find Art's channel quick.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, man. Good talk.
Hell yeah, man. This has been a great conversation. I wish there was more people that came through because we could have got a little bit more, like, a little more juice on this. But this was a good topic because if we can't figure out if it's America versus the world versus East versus the West, if we can't figure that out, we can't even build a coalition. We can't
Right.
even defend ourselves. Like, we have no idea what's coming from the left or the right.
Yeah, if you want to just put it in the private chat, the
Yeah, I'm
link I
looking
can.
right now. I'm gonna have to I can do some little looking shit. My bad.
And if not, it's all good, bro. You can always catch it another time.
Nah, hell no.
You
I'm gonna
gotta
get that
go.
in there. I'm gonna drop it in the chat just so other people can go to it because I'm gonna be up there and then we can chop it up, shit like that. I'm looking for it right now. I saw him go live earlier. I thought he was live. Let me double check. Shit. Is there anything else you have on this as far as like East versus the West, America, versus the world? Do you think that we're going somewhere if we discover this truth? Do you think we can build on that? Or is it something that people are just gonna ignore and like we just gotta wait for people to fuck this shit up?
Probably the last one. Unfortunately, bro. Unfortunately. Just being real, bro. That's just me, though. But yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. Regan.
Hell yeah,
Great
man.
conversation.
Hey, tomorrow we'll be live. I do Monday through Friday around the same time. You feel me? We've been on for about 2.5 hours. So just think about whatever time it is, minus 2.5 hours, and then we'll start at that time tomorrow. The topic will be better. Here we go. Word. The topic will definitely be better because we're getting deeper into the shit. And we need to make sure we are coming up with solutions constantly. We're not going to let ourselves be left behind. Okay?
All right.
Not okay to be left behind. And as the people, we have to come together. We don't have a choice. Eventually, we're going to get fucked up. If we don't, like, bear our arms, stand our fucking ground. White people shit versus black people. I'm about to drop this shit in the chat. Anybody that want to come over there. Hold on, let me drop that one.
Yeah, breaking up a little bit.
All right. That's Earth's channel. We about to head over there. I'm about to end out the stream. Hey, Wolfie, thanks for coming through. Make sure you come through tomorrow as well. And we're going to end this shit out with a good ass
because y'all know what time it is. It's
All right,
time.
man. Peace.
Thank
you.
Brand new free flow. Lately rappers been acting like this is not an art. Huh? You forgot about that part. Lately rappers been acting like this is not an art. Huh? You forgot about that part. Lately rappers been spitting like they ain't got a heart. Because when I step to the game, I rip that shit apart. My evolution with the Gyarados from Magic Carp, and I ain't finished.
If you do
Shopping
not
till the whole world
want
is in
to
my
change,
cart. You fucking with me, you choose a
if you
role
do
and
not
play your
want to
part.
better yourself, if you do
Beneficial
not want to break
functionality and strategize smart. Emotion
this
to
matrix,
reality, always feel this
if you want
hard.
to
Only
live in
if
your
the
comfortable
universe
delusion
keeps dealing shitty
that they have
cards.
built
I'm trying
for
as
you.
hard as I can against all of the odds, pushing as hard as I could.
Do
Is
not
what got me so far.
watch
What
these
are my chances of actually
Leave this
reaching the
channel.
stars? Still, I will never get up tatted over
If
my
you
heart. Never
do
myself
not
hiding in my
want any
weed up in the
truth,
jar. Sexy
don't
little
want to
skin
understand,
looking
if
ass
you
like
are
I'm
not here
Jafar. When it comes to the game, I'm an eagle,
hear
your car.
something that's outside of your
I'ma
own
catch you
mind
off guard
and
while you
accept
chillin' in the
others'
crib, got your chick
minds
in
and
my car.
opinions and the
Every
way they
time you
think
hear
for
it trippin'
themselves,
like
you
that
do
shit
not
sounds
belong.
bizarre. Your favorite rapper try
And
hard,
finally,
still is a mark.
if you are
Still
not
like
trying
fuel
to
to the game, watch it
be
spark.
positive,
My lines
if you are
burn
not
like
trying
guns
to
getting
help
smoked in the
create
dark.
solutions
Hella
while we
cooking shit
discuss
up.
the
If your ass
problems and
wanna
how they
spar,
got here,
barbecue your beef
you
up
do
like
not
seats
belong
in my
here.
car. Cool
Negativity,
yourself off refrigerators,
hate,
jar.
disrespect, name calling, those things will not be allowed here on this platform and not in this empire. We are the ones, the true Americans, that want to be free and stand as we have always stood.
Damn, this shit exclusive.